that would be the way to go.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino!
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Traffic at 3:05. Good afternoon, Matt Bear.
What's up, Jake? Looking at westbound 70 going to the airport from downtown. And it's a stall before Harding, blocking the right lane, slowing us down a little bit. Eastbound lanes are also slow after Harding over to west. Northbound 6570 slows up to Washington. Southbound 6570 dragging Michigan Street to the south split because of construction and a crash on the east side. Westbound 70 before Sherman, it's on the right shoulder. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. It's both Black Friday and Happy Honda Days all November at Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Stop in for zero down leases, special pricing, and more all month long. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt. And here's the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Partly cloudy skies today. We're still going to see a chilly afternoon with highs near 30. Cold tonight down to 22 under partly cloudy skies. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it.
Indiana has beaten the Ohio State Buckeyes, the number one team in the country. The Hoosiers have beaten the Buckeyes, and Indiana is going to the college football playoff, and they're going to get a bye.
Little Howard Dean in there?
I felt I was channeling Howard Dean there, listening to Voice of the Hoosiers, Don Fisher, who was on double duty yesterday, called the IU basketball. Saturday. Called the basketball game, then later on that night, the Big Ten championship. That was amazing. By the way, just a side note, Fish is awesome, flawless. I think he's around late 70s, 80. Doesn't sound a day over 60. I mean, flawless.
Golden pipes, man.
Just
the best.
I'll never in my life be able to do what he does. But, boy, that was something to listen to the IU radio network, Hoosiers, beating the Buckeyes to win the Big Ten championship.
He gets to go call the Hoosiers in a Rose Bowl. Like, nobody deserves that more after all the bad football he's watched over the years than Fish. Like, I know there are some older IU football fans out there, but you haven't seen every single play of every single game since, like, the 70s, like this guy has. And other than a couple of years, man, it's been pretty rough.
It's been a rough stretch for sure, but, man, what a game on Saturday.
So we'll get back to that here in just a moment, but it's a big day over at the Indiana Senate, Nige.
Oh, boy.
Your favorite TV pals are checking in. The warm-ups are ripped off. The starting lineups have been announced, and it is game time for the changing of the congressional maps. Now, the House, they passed this through last week. It was the 9-0 plan, which could, in theory, bring 2 extra congressional seats to the Republican Party.
Bring it on.
In the midterms.
Bring it on. I know there's lots of differing opinions on this radio station. I say bring it on.
I'm with you. So now we turn to the Senate. And here's the thing that's weird to me. So many Republicans, conservatives, who for years have said, don't believe the polls. Don't believe the polls. And many years they've been right in saying that. Kamala Harris is neck and neck with Donald Trump.
Right.
Hillary Clinton's going to win this in a landslide. The same people who said you can't believe the polls because they're full of crap are now shoving like one poll down your throat saying nobody's in favor of this.
Yes.
Nobody wants redistricting. I do. I live in Indianapolis. I live in Marion County. And I don't know how much I have in common with somebody that lives by the Ohio River, because that's going to be one of the changes on the map, potentially.
What does that matter?
But I think I've got more in common with those folks than people think.
There's nothing unethical about what's happening right now. The Dems do the same thing. And if you want to sacrifice seats, and if you want to, play tiddlywinks over there in the Senate and vote no, then you lose House seats in the midterms, then it's impeachments after investigations after impeachments. That's
right.
The way. It's simple. It's so simple. That's the way I look at it.
I will meet some of the Rob Kendall types halfway, though. I'm willing to meet halfway. I get their argument of, why are you fighting so hard for this when you all fold it like a house of cards when it comes to property taxes?
Sure.
I understand that.
Sure.
So I'm willing to meet Rob halfway.
But
and folks like Rob, hold on.
I'm sorry.
What I mean by this is that I'll support the changing of the maps, but afterwards, Indiana General Assembly, Republicans, your ass is owed to all of us, and I don't want to hear any more bull crap. We want comprehensive changes when it comes to property taxes. No more bull crap, because the same threats at primaries will apply. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. And what I was going with when you were going on your rant there, which was stellar, by the way, was I'm thinking, again, I've used this term, I'm thinking on a macro level. I'm thinking of Trump's agenda. That's what I'm thinking in the midterms.
Do you want to go through more impeachment bull crap, or do you want to end this kind of stuff? Because that's what it's going to come down to. If the Democrats take the House in the midterms, it's just going to be investigation after investigation. Nothing will be done, and here comes another impeachment that will ultimately die in the Senate.
From a lame duck president.
Right, from somebody that's going to be leaving in 2 years anyway.
Well, maybe,
and the whole impeachment thing backfired on them, honestly, the last time around. It took some very interesting book cooking for them to get Joe Biden across the finish line. Look at the amount of votes Donald Trump got. Now, there's a lot of people that say something's fishy about that vote total Joe Biden got, but we can have that conversation at another time. I'm just saying that
I'm one of those people.
The impeachment thing kind of backfired on him last time. Let's do the bad news before we get to the good news, Nigel.
Okay.
Bad news. Looks like Daniel Jones, Colts quarterback,
Danny Dimes,
out for the year. Achilles injury yesterday down in Jacksonville.
Is that official? Is that like...
Coach Steichen says he believes it's season ending.
I mean, you could see the frustration. You and I were sitting with my buddies at Googman House for the Franciscan Health Fair that was happening there, and we were all sitting there. We all watched it happen, and you could see he took his helmet off on the field and was smashing it on the ground as he was sitting on the ground. He knew.
Right.
He knew.
And I thought it was very cool of Danny Dimes to come back out on the sideline with like the big walking boot on and try to help cheer on his team, root the young Riley Leonard kid on a little bit, talking to him about some of the things he's seeing out on the field. Like, he didn't have to do that. It's pouring down rain. You're down by 20. Like, he could have just stayed in the medical room in the back. But he chose to came out, man, and I thought that was pretty cool.
I will say I never had more fun watching the Colts lose than I did yesterday with hanging out with you and all my buddies and everybody, JMV, Jay Query, the guy from B10, what's his name? Nick from B105, Sean Copeland, all over there at the Googman House Brewery. That was a fun event with Franciscan Health.
And a lot of people getting screenings, man, and that was cool to see. Like, get those screenings done. Take care of yourself. It's so important. So that's the bad news.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to be Riley Leonard starting at Seattle this upcoming Sunday because Anthony Richardson is still on the injured list from flipping a band and hitting himself in the eye before a game a couple of weeks back.
Was it one of those stretchy bands where you're trying to work out and it slipped out of his hand and hit him in his orbital?
There was some situation where something slipped out of his hand and he broke his orbital. So he's been on the injured list. We'll see if maybe they try to rush his recovery. I don't know, but it's not looking good.
Let's get back to the good news.
The good news is that the Indiana Hoosiers are going to the Rose Bowl. They will play January 1st against the winner of Alabama and Oklahoma. Big Ten champions knocking off the Ohio State Buckeyes. And, boy, I think you can just hand that Heisman Trophy to IU's quarterback, Fernando Mendoza.
He's awesome.
He gave one of the great post-game interviews of all time.
He did.
Take a listen to Fernando Mendoza being interviewed on Fox right after beating the Buckeyes.
Indiana, the Big Ten champs. How does that sound?
It sounds so beautiful. I want to give all the glory to God. We were never supposed to be in this position, but by the glory of God, the great coaches, great teammates, everyone we have around us, we were able to pull this off. Whoever thought the Hoosiers would be here, but now the Hoosiers are flipping champs. Let's go.
Flipping champs. I
Flipping
love
champs.
I love it, man. I love that guy. I didn't know much about him, but that told me a lot right there.
Believes in his faith, believes in his teammates. And to circle back to something you said earlier, there was a little Howard Dean in Fernando's speech.
We're going to South Carolina and Oklahoma and Arizona and North Dakota and New Mexico. And we're going to California and Texas and New York. And we're going to South Dakota and Oregon and Washington and Michigan. And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House.
I mean, that's the same vibes, right? We're going to Oregon. We're going to beat the Ducks. We're going to Happy Valley to beat Penn State. We're going to beat Purdue. And then we're going to go to the Big Ten Championship game and beat the Buckeyes. Yeah! That's the same speech. I'm here for it. Making his debut on the Hammer and Nigel show, Nige, I feel like this is the perfect place to have a message about that big Big Ten championship win. Ladies and gentlemen, A.I. Kurt Signetti.
Oh, my.
A Hoosier does not back down. Not ever. A Hoosier will eat a whole garbage bag full of razor blades and bullets and spit blood in your face. So when you think in your stupid brain that you've got a Hoosier beat, we introduce you to a level of violence that you couldn't even fathom. So when we found ourselves down 4 points against these Buckeye faces, we did the only thing we know how to do. We turned the violence up. Kurt Signetti's Hoosiers are Big Ten champions, and we showed the entire nation that when you underestimate us, you pay with your life.
A.I. Kurt Signetti here on the Hammer and Nigel show. Matt Bear.
Eastbound 70 slows West Street into the South Split, and southbound 65-70 stop and go Washington Street to the South Split because of construction. Northeast side, northbound 69 slows up 465 up to 96. Crash in Decatur Township. This is Kentucky Avenue at Mendenhall Heathrow Way. Traffic sponsored by Staples. Have an easy holiday at Staples. Save on top tech and gaming gifts, shipping supplies, and services to get your packages there safely. Even custom cards and wrapping paper. Staples, that was easy. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
31 right now at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. Guy Relford, the gun guy, will be joining us here in just a little bit. But up next, our pal Bren. He's the vice president of marketing at Hughes Culinary. I want to find out how chaotic downtown was this weekend.
Hughes is like St. Elmo and Hearing is and stuff
right,
like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And man, downtown was packed. Tons of people in town for the game. We'll talk about that next.
Man, do I love the guys and gals at Galaxy Concrete Coatings. My Galaxy Concrete garage floor coating is out of this world, and what they're doing right now to help out the Salvation Army and Radiothon, matching donations up to $1,000 with my virtual red kettle, which you can find at WIBC.com. Galaxy Concrete Coatings matching up to $1,000 every time you donate. And hey, if you need a new coating for your concrete floor, GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com or call them 751-9070.
Football is back, and so are great hairlines. We Grow Hair Indy has helped former local professional football players get back in the game with full natural hair. You don't have to play pro ball to get pro-level results. Hey, it's Rob, and I knew I picked the right team when I needed a Hail Mary for my hair. I called We Grow Hair Indy. Whether you're tailgating, coaching, or watching from the couch, do it with confidence. Trade the sidelines for a hairline. Get back in the game at We Grow Hair Indy. Schedule your free evaluation today at WeGrowHairIndy.com. That's WeGrowHairIndy.com or call 317-522-2995. That's 317-522-2995. Enjoy being out and about this fall. Enjoy watching the games in person with your friends with confidence you haven't had in years. And you can do it with a trip to We Grow Hair Indy. 317-522-2995. 317-522-2995. Tell them Rob sent you.
The cold weather has made it to Indiana, and you've noticed that your HVAC system can't keep up. But which way should you go? What system do you need? What size do you need? What's going to work for you and your family? You need Masters Heating and Cooling. If you're tired of HVAC and plumbing companies with confusing offers, Masters keeps it simple. Get a full second opinion from one of their Master Comfort Advisors completely free, so you can make your next home decision with confidence and peace of mind. That's a free second opinion, along with fantastic opportunities to get a perfect HVAC system tailored for you and your home. How about 0% financing for up to 60 months with a qualified system, or $1,000 off a full system replacement? Talk to Masters Heating and Cooling to get all the details. Call Masters Heating and Cooling today. 317-881-9074. Tell them Tony Cat sent you. 317-881-9074. Masters Heating and Cooling. 881-9074, or online at mastersindy.com. That's mastersindy.com.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
4? Man, my drives have been getting weaker and weaker. The same thing happened to me when I turned 40. Men over 40 lose more than just their golf game. Energy, strength, stamina, it all goes downhill. I got Nugenix Total T2 and started feeling like my old self in no time.
America's most trusted testosterone-boosting brand is back. Nugenix Total T2. Crafted with a unique new formula that combines the ultimate free and total testosterone booster with a powerful nitric oxide booster that works in just 3 hours. Feel like a new man, leaner, stronger, with more energy and drive. Get your complimentary bottle today by texting BODY to 369-369 now.
All right, let's test this out. Wow, that's on the green, man. Looks like I got my drive back.
Text BODY to 369-369 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2. Text now and we'll even throw in a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Product not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
You've worked hard to save for retirement. Is your financial advisor working just as hard? Find out with Greg Ayler. Sunday mornings at 7 on WIBC.
This hour powered by Pierce Jewelers. Fine craftsmanship at its best.
Let's go. Party Rock is in the house tonight.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Hello, I'm Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a very special in-studio guest.
Busy weekend downtown. You had basketball, you had football, holiday season. Let's talk about it with our pal Bryn Jones of Hughes Culinary, one of the big gurus of the marketing department. Bryn, welcome back. And we were kind of talking off the air. Yes, Indiana and Ohio State was the headliner this weekend, but that IU Louisville basketball game brought tons of people downtown as well. I came downtown to run a few errands here at the building. I saw a lot of Louisville people standing outside of St. Elmo, so I can only imagine the amount of patrons you guys went through this weekend was a pretty strong number.
Yeah, it was a sea of red and athletics and all of the things. You couldn't tell when it got to the football game. You couldn't tell if somebody was from Indiana or Ohio State unless they spelled their state. We all know there's only one state that has to do that obnoxiously. But yeah, it was the basketball game was a little bit of a sleeper event. I mean, we knew it was coming, but yeah, a lot of Louisville fans, and yeah, it was solid. It was really good. Really good event.
Just real quick, remind everybody like what is under the Hughes Culinary umbrella.
We have, so Hughes Culinary restaurant brand. So we have St. Elmo, obviously, the flagship, and then Harry Nizzy's 1933 Lounge and HC Tavern. So of all of those, we're up to 8 locations there. And then we have the spirit side. So we have St. Elmo cocktails, and then we have a whiskey brand, Rare Saint Whiskey, which we've brought some stuff to share with you guys today. And Barkeep Vodka, which you've been fans of in the past, too. So Yeah, so we've got several different spirit brands, and then the bottled cocktail sauce and all those things. So yeah, we've every time we get bored, we just come up with a new project to take to retail and have some fun with. So that's what we've got.
And I think it speaks volumes about the brand of Hughes that when somebody comes into Indianapolis, visiting one of these restaurants is like on the bucket list, right? If you're a tourist and you're coming to Indy to watch your team or you're here for a convention, you're thinking, where's that place with the spicy shrimp? Or where do I get those sliders
I can't think of how many. I couldn't imagine how many times I've been watching national televised broadcasts and the sportscasters and whoever, they mentioned St. Elmo by name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've been very fortunate to have a lot of that over the years. I think it's gotten to the point now where they do it because they'll reach out to myself or Craig or somebody and know if they say something kind about us, that when we've got 4,000 people on a wait list, they'll find a way to sneak their way into the restaurant, and that certainly can't hurt. But yeah, on the marketing side, I think a lot of times people ask me what I do for a living, and I just say I take credit for good operations, because we have such an amazing team of people that have been in the restaurants for 15, 20, 30 years, and it's like they're great at what they do, and we run great restaurants and have fun doing it.
How is the restaurant industry in downtown Indianapolis? Because I know there's a lot of empty office space right now, but that's different than people coming down and enjoying basketball games and football games and going to restaurants. Is there a difference there?
Yeah, I think it's certainly since before COVID to what it is now. And I think people have gotten back to office, everybody going back to the office. That's pretty much normalized. But yeah, there's still a lot of empty office spaces. Yeah. And I think it's, from a business standpoint, I think it's almost kind of feast or famine a lot of times, because if there's nothing going on, then things will get really slow. But then a 70,000 person convention will come into town, and then you've got to ramp up for that. And, you're bringing in all staff available and all hands on deck. So it just depends on what's going on. But, the city does such a good job of scheduling things and keeping everybody, well communicated to. So you know what's coming, and it's just something you can plan for. A lot of things are cyclical too. So if Big Ten championship last year, you kind of know what to expect this year. We got Final Four coming up, so. Yeah, you kind of know what to expect.
Big one.
And full disclosure, Hughes Culinary is an advertiser with Hammer and Nigel. We've been talking about the gift cards, which, again, Nigel and I, we put our names on stuff that we believe in. And I keep saying on these commercials that we're reading, it's the perfect gift card to get someone or to give to me. Like, if you need somebody to give a gift card, I will gladly take it off your hands. How are the holiday gift cards going?
It's going great. Yeah, I mean, we really a lot of times the bonus gift card programs that restaurants do, there's you've got to come in and use it on a Sunday in April, and we have really no stipulations on them for the following year. So they're valid. Bonus gift cards are valid for a full year. Come in whenever you want. There's no blackout dates. So if you think you're going to eat in 2026, it's probably a good idea to do that, because you can save yourself a little bit of money. And for us, it just kind of protects against future sales. And it's a thank you to, a lot of our loyal guests and people that they know they're coming in. So this is a way that they can save a bit of money, and it's kind of a thank you for them. So. And
I love watching people's reactions when they go to one of your restaurants for the first time. Like, my old man has lived in Indy his whole life. Finally took him to St. Elmo a year ago. He's like, oh my God, that was the best steak I've ever had. I'm like, I tried to tell you, but
Right. And again, like gift card sales, which are the retail department and marketing department, we take a lot of pride in doing whatever we can to help push those. But again, it comes back to what you just said. It's run great restaurants and people are going to come back.
So what is this little bottle of Happy that you brought up to us here?
So yeah, this is a fun project that we've done for Rare Saint. So Rare Saint whiskey is a whiskey brand kind of under our portfolio, and we launched it a little bit over a year ago. And
Nigel's putting it up on the YouTube camera right now.
Yeah, so Rare Saint, what started off as a brand, we've been doing single barrel selections in our restaurants for a couple decades, really. And so that's where you're selecting, out of a bunch of different barrels, and you're picking the one that's the best one available out of the bunch that you get. And so we wanted to have a little bit more control over that as a brand. And so that's kind of where Rare Saint went, is let's source, whiskey and be able to be very selective in which, which ones we
And just like we
bottle.
said earlier, we don't put our names on anything. Like, you guys are the exact same. When you put something out, like the vodka that you guys had out, the Barkeep vodka, so unbelievably good and smooth. And I would imagine this process of finding a whiskey and a bourbon's the same way.
It really is, and you can't fake it. You know, we don't have one person that's a master distiller that's doing the selection. We'll put a team together of people that have been, enjoying whiskey, like Kerry Wofford on our team at St. Elmo. I mean, he's just hit 40 years at St. Elmo, and he's been, drinking bourbon for 30 years. So with this project, what we did is we took 4 different mash bills, blended that into one. Already, it was amazing, and everybody was excited about it at that point.
Well, let's taste it.
But give it a go.
What are we drinking to, Brent? You're making the toast.
Sports and Indy right now. I mean, it's going really well. So cheers,
to
boys.
nobody on Indiana Hoosiers blowing out an Achilles, because apparently that's a thing around
here. It's going around. Yeah. So
that is legit right there.
Does that say 115 proof?
115 proof.
Hello.
But sips like it's maybe 90, 95 proof. So this
really easy sip.
Yeah. So we there's a couple different spirit ratings groups that we'll submit to. We submitted this to USA Spirits Ratings.
That is good.
It got 96 points and was named Blended Whiskey of the Year. Out of like 700, close to 700 spirits, and this is across all categories: vodka, gin, whiskey, anything. 700 different spirits. This was tied for 5th out of all of them. So we're like, it really just kind of validated everything we've been doing for River Saint. Available pretty much any Total Wine in the state, Indy area. We're at Select, Noble Wine and Spirits, a few 21st Amendments. But there's such a limited number of these bottles out there. Like, I think probably about 400 bottles is all that went to retail. So it's kind of one of those things where, the bourbon and the whiskey hunters are out there trying to find it. The hunt is part of the process.
Perfect holiday gift, man. People like to exchange bottles for the holidays. Grab a bottle of Rare Saint. I'm telling you, if you can find this, it's going to make the holiday bright. I'm enjoying it right now. Brent, you're the man, brother. Thank you so much for coming in.
Boys, appreciate it.
Thank you for supporting us, by the way. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. You guys are fantastic.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577. Service today. Today.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
How the weather will roll out in the coming days. Partly cloudy skies and 31 degrees in the Circle City. Feels like 24. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 3:32. Rain and snow are possible throughout Indiana this week.
The chances for rain start late Tuesday through early Wednesday, with the better chances for rain falling northeast of Indianapolis.
And then for the snow, it'll just be kind of hit and miss across the area for the end of the week and into the weekend.
Casey Fuson's a meteorologist at the National Weather Service in Indianapolis. She says temperatures will fall.
And then the temperatures are going to go back down Thursday and beyond. We're looking at the potential of highs on Saturday in the teens, which is not fun.
So she advises you to take it slow when you're driving and consider spending as much of the weekend inside if you can. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
President Trump announcing tariff revenue will be used as financial assistance for farmers. He spoke during an event at the White House.
What we're doing is we're taking a relatively small portion of that, and we're going to be giving and providing it to the farmers in economic assistance.
Most of that $12 billion aid package is going straight to crop farmers. They're the ones who've been hit hardest by all the new tariffs. The Supreme Court said today The Supreme Court said today is hearing arguments over whether Trump can fire members of an independent agency. It's related to Trump's firing of Rebecca Kelly Slaughter, a member of the Federal Trade Commission. You're paying an average of $2.81 a gallon of gas in Indiana today, says Gas Buddy. That's up 4 cents from last week and 14 cents below the national average. And Week 14 of the NFL season wraps tonight with Monday Night Football. The Philadelphia Eagles are against the Los Angeles Chargers. You've got got traffic and weather coming up in 1 minute. It's 3:34.
It's time. You've been putting off that kitchen or bath remodel long enough. What are you waiting for? Get started today with Boer Remodeling. Boer Remodeling customer Kathy had a bath remodel with Boer. Kathy, talk a little bit about your experience.
Our experience with Boer has been terrific. The process was so easy and seamless. When we decided to do a larger remodel of our first floor, Boer was the first company we thought of hiring.
And were you happy with the results?
The results are amazing, and we are so happy with our home and the work that Boer did.
Peter is another recent Boer Remodeling customer with a new kitchen. Peter, what was the best part about working with Boer?
We especially liked the active participation that we were able to have in selection of stone for the countertops. Really came out beautiful. The cabinets also came out very, very well.
The best materials, the most skilled craftsmen in Central Indiana. They'll guide you through the entire process. Start with a free consultation. Talk to Boer Remodeling today. That's BOOHER. BoerRemodeling.com.
Traffic now on 93 WIBC with Matt Bear.
Eastbound 70 is Dompico traffic after Harding into the South Split. Northbound 65 slows after Raven into the South Split. That is a construction zone. East side southbound 465 slow from 72 South Shadeland Avenue when it crashed on the southwest side. It's Kentucky Avenue, Mendenhall Road, Heathrow Way. And a crash on the east side westbound 70 in Sherman on the right shoulder. Not slowing us down too much at the moment. Traffic sponsored by Pierce Jewelers expressed a heartwarming message that says love is about being together. Let a Pierce Jewelers diamond engagement ring be that symbol that says I love you. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Partly cloudy and chilly tonight. Lows will fall to 22. Look for clouds to increase on Tuesday. Rain later in the evening, but temperatures near normal with highs near 41. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Oh, man, guys, I'm telling you, last-minute Christmas gift ideas, you're up against a wall. You got some budget issues, but you want your lady to have the finest in jewelry, some unique pieces, a giant selection. You can find it all at PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse in Brownsburg. It's at 3750 South Green Street. You know what they don't do at PA Jewelers? They don't mark up their jewelry like the other stores do, like those big chains. They also got a lot of cool watches, too. But you can't go wrong with PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse in Brownsburg. I'm telling you. Tell them Nigel sent you.
If you suffer from burning, tingling, or numbness, pay special attention as we discuss neuropathy with Dr. Matt Schulke, chiropractic neurologist and board certified in neuropathy. What is neuropathy?
Neuropathy is nerve damage in the feet or hands.
What are the symptoms?
The symptoms are numbness, burning, tingling, pain, and loss of balance.
Is neuropathy treatable?
Absolutely, and we get amazing results.
If you have burning, tingling, numbness, pain, or balance issues, call Dr. Schulke today for a free nerve damage screening. This screening will tell if you're at risk for serious complications and if you're a candidate for their specialized treatment program. Don't wait until your symptoms are so severe nothing can be done. End-stage neuropathy leaves people confined to walkers, wheelchairs, even amputations. The first 10 callers will receive a free nerve damage screening. Simply call 463-400-3338. Act now. Call 463-400-3338 for your free nerve damage screening. 463-400-3338.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Welcome to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Yeah, my name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a very special guest on the hotline.
He is a 2A attorney, firearms instructor, damn fine American, Guy Relford. Guy, we're eating some Harry and Izzy's sliders in here. We set this up because we thought you would be in studio, but since you're not here, I guess we're just going to have to eat all of your food.
that hurts me a lot. You know, that's on my death row meal. If I ever had a last meal to order, Harry and Izzy Sliders would be right at the top of the list.
They're so good.
Hey, who's
so good.
sponsoring this segment here, my friend?
Hey, thanks as always to our sponsor, that's Premier Arms in Brownsburg, with the largest selection of new, used, and historic firearms in the Midwest, and PA Jewelers located in the farmhouse right out front. Check them out at 3754 South Green Street in Brownsburg or premierarms.com.
Okay, so this first question, it's not necessarily a gun or 2A question, but you're a defense attorney, and I kind of need to get inside the mind of a defense attorney here. So Carl Boards, that's the guy that killed Officer Noah Shanavaz. He's going for some sort of insanity deal to avoid the death penalty. At his competency hearing last week, 2 of the 3 experts that were up there said he was not mentally competent to stand trial. Now, it feels like to me, as an outsider guy, I saw the same movie with Breanne Leith's killer, to where I feel like he knows exactly what he's doing, but they're going to try to trick enough people to say that he's got something wrong with him so he can escape the death penalty. Like, if I were a defense attorney, why would you not just tell your client, hey, wear pajamas, act like a lunatic, yell in the courtroom, because you can probably avoid the death penalty? Does that make sense?
Shove peanut butter up your butt and then eat it in front of the judge.
Right, I'm afraid that's where we're at right now.
Well, yeah, what really is going on here, though, guys, is something a little different than what you're describing, because there are several different issues, including whether or not a defendant is competent to stand trial. That's much different than an argument at sentencing to say that they shouldn't have the death penalty for some reason related to mental health, or even different than that. That's different than arguing not guilty by reason of insanity, or separately, there's a different potential sentence, which is guilty but mentally ill. These things are all different. Consideration at sentencing on whether or not somebody gets a death penalty, that's not really what we're talking about yet. In this case, what he's arguing is that he's not competent to stand trial. Not competent to stand trial doesn't mean the case gets dismissed. It doesn't even influence a sentence at the end of the case if he's found guilty. It's just it's a procedural step that's really required by the 14th Amendment and requirements of due process to say that a defendant must be competent enough to understand the proceedings and assist their attorney in their defense. Because if they're so out of it because of mental illness or otherwise that they can't assist in their own defense and understand the proceedings, then they're being deprived of their right to a fair trial under the 14th Amendment. So that's what we're at. That's where we are now. Now, if he's found incompetent, and I read a couple of articles that said that 2 out of 3 court-appointed psychiatrists came in and said, yeah, he's not competent to stand trial. All that means at this stage of the proceedings is that any trial would be put on hold. They pause the proceedings and they send him to in a secure facility, so he's locked up. They send him for mental health treatment. When they say he's currently incompetent, make him competent, so they can prescribe him medication. They do whatever other treatment the doctors prescribe for him, and they then take the amount of time necessary to make him competent through treatment and or prescriptions, medication, and then they come back once he's competent and put him on trial, and he would as if the proceedings had not been paused. That's different than not guilty by reason of insanity or guilty but mentally ill, and it's different than what the jury could or the judge should consider on issues of sentencing.
And I'm glad you broke it down that way, because it just looked like, from an outsider's perspective, we were going down this slippery slope of every single cop killer is going to say that they're not competent so they can escape the death penalty,
Yeah, no. What really is going to happen is he's going to get sent off if he's found incompetent. Now they may find him competent because it's up to the judge at the end of the day. Now he relies heavily on expert testimony, but if they find him incompetent to stand trial at this point, again he just gets treated. Then whether it's medication or otherwise, they send him back. They have a trial. Now he could also say, and this is different It's obviously related because it's related to his mental health. But he could say, I'm not guilty by reason of insanity. That's a different standard completely. What that means is not that he's not competent to stand trial. It means that at the time of the offense, when he shot Noah Chavez, that he either didn't understand the nature of what he was doing and the consequences of his actions, or he was incapable of controlling his actions because of mental illness. And if that is the determination at trial, that's actually not guilty by reason of insanity, which means by definition he would not get the death penalty. But it also doesn't mean he goes free. That means they go through civil commitment proceedings where they lock him up in a mental institution. Then separately, a jury could find him guilty but mentally ill. That means he goes to prison, but he gets mental health treatment while he's in prison. So there are various outcomes. Once a defendant raises their mental health, whether it's competency to stand trial, that's where we are now, or at trial they can go for not guilty by reason of insanity. Now that, to your first question, could avoid the death penalty, and it also means you do your time in a mental institution. If you're found not guilty by reason of insanity, you don't do your time in prison, you do it in a mental institution if that's your preference, which most people would probably say yes. So this will play out in a whole series of different ways, but where we are now is in that first stage of competency, which could just result in a delay, not anything else.
Monday Gunday with Guy Relford, the gun guy here at 93 WIBC. So here's a headline that people can take a couple different ways, guys. Mass murders down 25% in the year 2025. So this is a headline where you're going to see like Joe Hogsett and Ryan Mears doing victory laps, right? Mass murders down 25%. Look how well liberal cities are doing. But, Guy, there's another side to this statistic as well, right?
Well, there is, but what's interesting to me is this is a nationwide number, and we're talking about mass killings. So you're talking about 4 or more people killed in one incident. Now, these could be 4 gangbangers that all are shooting each other up. It could be a drive-by, people shooting into a party. It could be a typical what we think of as a active shooter situation where somebody walks into a grocery store or whatever and starts shooting people. But anytime 4 people die in one incident, then that's a mass shooting. And what's interesting to me is those numbers are down year to year, 25%, and that's a heck of a number. And to me, it coincides. I don't put the credit for that in the hands of anyone other than the fact that there are more law-abiding citizens walking around armed today than ever before, both because more people have bought guns, also because more and more states are going to constitutional carry, and also because since the Bruin decision by the Supreme Court that mandated places like New York and Hawaii, California, and others drop their May issue system for issuing licenses, that more and more people have licenses to carry. So I think you're seeing more and more law-abiding citizens carrying guns, which is why those mass shootings are down, because we know, and it sounds like a cliche and people don't like it because they attribute it to NRA, but it's fundamentally true that the best way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. And there are more good guys with guns out there and good ladies out there armed, able to stop these things before they happen, just like happened in the Greenwood Park Mall right here in the Indianapolis area. So I think that's what you're talking about is bad guys don't know who's armed, don't know who can pull a gun from concealment and stop what they're intending to do before they accomplish their objectives. That's going to dissuade people from going down that road to begin with, or like we saw in Greenwood, you could end up in a disruption before we even reach those numbers.
All right, Guy, we're up against it here, but I do want to play one more soundbite here. I want to play audio from Erica Kirk, Charlie Kirk's widow, who was part of a panel discussion recently, or I should say was on stage doing a discussion about still being a Second Amendment supporter even after the murder of her husband.
I wouldn't wish upon anyone what I have been through, and I support the Second Amendment as well. Right. I do. And what I've realized through all of this is that you can have individuals that will always resort to violence. And what I'm afraid of is that we are living in a day and age where they think violence is the solution to them not wanting to hear a different point of view. That's not a gun problem. That's a human, deeply human problem.
Guy, we got about 30 seconds. I just wanted to get your reaction to that.
Yeah, I was so glad to see her say that. I mean, someone who's been the victim, here, the political assassination of her husband, it'd be very easy for her to shift her view on the Second Amendment. So I'm a fan of her. She catches a lot of grief from a lot of directions. I'm a fan of hers, and I was really glad to hear her say that. I think that's exactly the right message.
If somebody wants to become a client of yours, or maybe they've got questions, maybe they want to be trained, you're a trainer of firearms, how can they find you?
Go ahead, contact me through Twitter, man. Give me a follow while you're on there. It's just @GuyRelford on X, or Twitter @GuyRelford.
Guy, you're the best. We appreciate you, brother.
Sure, guys. Thanks so much.
American Standard Heating and Air, built to a higher standard. How do I know this? It's because I am an American Standard customer. I use only exclusively local American Standard dealers like the one that Mr. Jason Allen Hammer is going to tell you about right now.
How about Price Point Comfort? Price Point Comfort, locally owned American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer that will give you the right price guarantee. They promise not to oversell you or pressure you into things you don't want or don't need. Many HVAC competitors, they focus just on the money. But at Price Point Comfort, they strive for customer satisfaction. They want you to come back. PricePointComfort.com. Check them out. PricePointComfort.com or call 317-455-1124. Ask for James or Tyler. James or Tyler will take care of you. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you. American Standard Heating and Air, built to a higher standard.
Do you suffer from sore feet, back, knee, or hip pain? The Good Feet Arch Support System has helped many people find relief, like Tim.
I'm always telling my colleagues who have sore feet, this is the greatest thing. I'll even take my shoe off and show them. And I believe in the product so much. When you have something that works, you kind of want to share it with people. It worked for me, maybe it can work for you.
Or do you wake up at night with heel pain, like Crystal?
I would wake up in the middle of the night with all kinds of pain in my heels and in my arch. So I went to the Good Feet store, and ever since then, I've been pain-free. I wear them every day. I wear them when I walk, at the gym, when I work. They're great.
Get back to walking, working, and exercising, and imagine a life without pain. No shots, no surgery, no medication. You've got nothing to lose but your pain. Stop into the Good Feet store today for a free fitting and test walk. We're located in Castleton by the Fashion Mall, or in Greenwood, just off the 65.
Thanks to the Good Feet store. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
BMW, Mercedes-Benz, VW, Audi, Mini, Porsche. Names that mean quality, performance,
and usually a dreadful service experience. You know you can't take your car just anywhere, but you may not know you can get the same quality service and parts without going to a dealership.
Enter Auto House Merkel.
Everything from routine service to performance tuning is handled with care by technicians who specialize in German vehicles, using only OEM parts or equivalent.
At a lower cost and less hassle than the dealership.
Book service now at AutohouseMerkel.com.
This Christmas, remember, the gift of Jesus isn't just a promise for eternity. It's a gift for today. And when Christ was born that first Christmas morning, he brought peace that passes understanding, wisdom, joy beyond circumstances, community, and freedom. And while these gifts don't fit under a tree, they were made possible on the tree that carried the weight of the world, the cross. So make Jesus a priority for you and your family this Christmas. Join us at Life Church as we celebrate the greatest gift ever given. Go to lifechurchin.com for details.
By the time this ad ends, Washington will have burned through millions of your dollars. That's not how we do things in Indiana. I'm Congressman Jefferson Shreve, bringing Hoosier common sense to Washington. I passed legislation to cut waste, save taxpayers millions, and deliver real tax relief for workers and families. Less waste, more money in your pocket.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
See Pierce Jewelers' breathtaking selection of lab-grown diamonds, refined to perfection and value. It's the new choice in diamonds. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers. Show your true love and spoil her with that one special Christmas gift from Pierce Jewelers that will say, I love you. Remember, shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
Casey and the Sunshine Band, live at Old National Center, January 23rd at 7:30 p.m. It's the ultimate throwback party. Get your tickets today at WIBC.com.
Man, I get yelled at home. I get yelled at by work. I'm surrounded by crazy women, Matt Bear. That's what I'm surrounded by. Crazy women all around me. Like Rob Kendall's came in studio, so maybe he counts in that category too. I don't know. Rob's going to be joining us here to recap what the hell just happened at the State House. But first, Matt Bear.
Yeah, Hammer, looking at northbound 465 on the northwest side. That's a stall blocking to left lane before 71st. Has a stop and go back to 65. Traffic sponsored by Pierce Jewelers in Carmel. Show your true love and spoil her with that one special Christmas gift from Pierce Jewelers that will say, I love you. Remember, shop local, shop smart. Shop Pierce Jewelers. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
We simply told Allison she looked great in the Grinch video. Now she's yelling at everybody.
We gotta get a break. It was an AI video.
But nothing was changed.
Yeah,
It's still her.
Right. It looked great.
Right. Fantastic. Allison?
It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been your one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $150 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$150 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Helzberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for Mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for Dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop in store at Helzberg.com for up to 50% off.
Pat Sullivan here. Fire emergency? I've had one. If you do, call Michaelis. Owner Richard Michaelis explains why.
Michaelis is local and family owned. 39 years of experience with 24/7, 365 response. The Michaelis Corporation is IICRC certified, restoring your home or business to pre-loss condition or better.
And Michaelis helps you through the insurance process, giving you peace of mind. Water, storms, fire, and mold. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIX-INDY.
Jeff Saturday on Teamwork.
Hey, I know a little something about the value of teamwork. So when I found my name on IndianaUnclaimed.gov, you can bet I checked some teammates' names as well. And I found them, lots of them, including a Hall of Famer and another with his own TV show. Look out for your own team and go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov and see if your name's on the list. Trust me, Indiana Unclaimed wants you to reunite you with your hard-earned money. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov today.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. but LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Coming up in 2 minutes, what the weather will roll out across the state. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 4 o'clock.
He wants to keep doing what he's doing. Elisa Brady, Fox News. The president defending his economic agenda.
We're going to make America greater than ever before, and we're going to do it through a series of tariffs, intelligent taxes, and incentives. And our country has never been stronger.
He says trillions in investments are pouring into the U.S. This during a roundtable with American farmers, where he announced $12 billion in aid, 11 now and 1 in reserve, for farmers from tariff revenue. Iowa farmer Cord Hollup telling the president what he's doing is working.
You have a backbone to stand up to other countries for trade. You're getting things done. Tax provisions. I'll be able to potentially pass on a farm to my children because of you.
Today's event, part of a renewed push by the Trump administration to focus on affordability after Democrat wins in recent elections. Senate Democrats plan a test vote this week on extending Obamacare subsidies, a central issue in the recent government shutdown. President Trump just telling reporters,
Obamacare is a setup to make insurance companies rich. And I want to pay the people, and I want the people to go out and buy their own health care.
Some Republicans in Congress are part of a bipartisan push for a plan to reform Obamacare, but so far that proposal does not have backing from party leaders on either side. Texas Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett is running for U.S. Senate, just announcing her challenge to Republican John Cornyn, who's already facing a GOP primary, in addition to at least one other Democrat in the race. But earlier today, a third Democrat, former Congressman Colin Allred, dropped out of the Senate race, instead aiming for a comeback in the House. Stocks finish lower. The Dow down 215 points at the bell. The S&P and the NASDAQ also in the red. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It's making a comeback. It's mostly sunny and 31 degrees in downtown Indy. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:02. Snow is likely to fall in Indiana again, though, as the week goes on.
But there's a lot of uncertainty that comes with it. I'm John Herrick.
At the end of the week, we've got a few chances for some light snow. Not sure exactly on amounts just yet.
Casey Fuson's a forecaster at the National Weather Service in Indianapolis. She says rain is also supposed to arrive on Tuesday, and that could be heaviest northeast of Indianapolis. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A fire ripped through a home in Clarksville yesterday morning. Police say they were able to help the family get out of the home while firefighters worked to put the fire out. No word on the cause. Indiana State Senator Andy Zay said today he's trying again to make the breaded tenderloin the official state sandwich when he reintroduced a bill. Zay introduced a different bill in 2023 for the same situation but failed. If this bill is passed, it would be effective this coming July. State senators are out of step with most Indiana Republicans and conservatives on redistricting, Governor Mike Braun says. Ryan Hedrick reports on how Braun plans to respond.
Braun said Friday that he's ready to back primary challenges for Senate lawmakers, but he hopes they'll come around and support redrawing the state's maps.
I'm hoping that you've seen the support here, and the most vocal part of our youth in this state obviously are for it.
The Indiana House, more conservative than the Senate and heavily influenced by party politics, approved a new map Friday to favor Republicans in 9 districts. The Senate will now take up the debate. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And the Hoosier Lottery said today a $50,000 winning ticket was bought at Ridgeway Sitco in Highland on Saturday. They say it matched 4 out of 5 numbers, along with the Powerball of 7. The winning numbers were 13, 14, 26, 28, and 44. The Powerball jackpot for tonight's drawing is an estimated $875 million. You've got traffic and weather in 1 minute. It's 4:04.
Picture this. Your career ends, your paycheck stops. Suddenly you're conducting your retirement with no sheet music. Don't let that happen. I'm Jason Hutchins, and after years of guiding Hoosier families through retirement planning, I put together some of the most important lessons into one simple, easy-to-read book, Orchestrate Your Retirement, a guide to composing a financially tuned plan. Get a copy mailed to you at no cost. Call 317-660-0929. That's 317-660-0929. This book is packed with real-world stories and strategies on income, Social Security, taxes, and how to protect what you've worked so hard to build. Call Guardian Wells Financial at 317-660-0929. That's 660-0929 and ask for your copy. No pressure, no strings attached. Supplies are limited, so when they're gone, they're gone. Orchestrate your retirement. The rhythm of your future starts here.
Investment advisory services offered through Creative One Wealth LLC, a registered investment advisor. Guardian Wells Financial is not affiliated with Creative One Wealth or with any government agency. Licensed insurance professionals.
You've got WIBC traffic at 4:05 with Matt Bear.
Yeah, check it out, Rockville Road. This is a crash to the east of Country Club. And it's serious. 2 cars involved. Somebody confirmed. Somebody is trapped inside of a vehicle right now. So 2 cars, 2 injuries reported. Please avoid Rockville Road to the east of Country Club. Eastbound 70 delayed 3 minutes. Harding into the South Split. East side westbound 70 crash cleanup on the right shoulder at Sherman. Northbound 65 south side slow. Raymond Street into the South Split and on the northwest side crash cleared. Northbound 465 north of the 65 ramps. Traffic sponsored by Pierce Jewelers in Carmel. Show your true love and spoil her with that one special Christmas gift from Pierce Jewelers that says, I love you. Remember, shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
In the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
A mostly cloudy and cold Monday night is ahead with lows in the low 20s, and then we're back in the low 40s for Tuesday, which is near normal for this time of the year, thanks to a breezy wind that'll gust up to 20 to 25 miles per hour at times. Rain moves in by late Tuesday night ahead of our next weather system. Some showers continuing through Wednesday morning, and highs on Wednesday will be in the early morning hours in the low 40s. Winds will gust to 30 to 35 miles per hour at times, and then a switch over to some snow showers by late morning, early afternoon Wednesday. On Wish TV, Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna from 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jake McDaniel on The Level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it!
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a very special surprise.
Wait a minute. It's not Thursday. What the hell's going on around here? Rob Kendall from the Kendall and Casey show is here. So you just sauntered over here from the Indiana State House.
Oh, good Lord. You've been over there all day?
Greatest 2 minutes of those senators' lives. I just gave it to them.
Here's a joke I can make about your better half in there, but I'll refrain. So what were you doing today? What kind of ruckus were you causing over there?
So today was the Senate Election Committee's hearing on the redistricting bill. So there are 9 of them. They've got to make a choice on whether they're going to move this out of committee, and it appears to be 3 undecideds right now who are ultimately going to kind of make that call. Now, a movement out of committee doesn't mean it's going to pass the full Senate, or even that these senators would vote it up when it went to the full Senate.
It just lives to fight another day.
That's correct, yes. So there was, I think they said the number was 127 people who signed up to talk, and I think I was about number 52.
Okay, so when you, knowing how state lawmakers feel about you, when you walk up there and you're walking through and you're through security and you're walking up to the podium, who all gave you side eye?
Oh, yeah, it was like John Wilkes Booth had walked into the room, man. Here's the thing I told these guys, though, because everybody thought, here he comes, right? He's going to flame these guys. It's going to be off the rails. I didn't go with that. I just simply said, because you got 2 minutes, they're very strict on the time. They'll buzz you and cut you off. It's not going to give that guy the thrill of buzzing me or cutting me off. So I just said, look, the maps right now are almost identical to the maps that Todd Rokita, slight shift for population shifts, but identical to the maps Todd Rokita, when he was Secretary of State, proposed in 2010, I believe it's called Rethinking Redistricting, in which his goal was to take the partisanship out of politics and create maps that actually represent constituencies, because that's the job of the representative. Not to represent Democrats or Republicans, but very small pockets of people relative to the size of this entire country, and be a voice for like-minded people. And I said, your maps you have right now already do that.
So how many years ago was that when that conversation was taking place?
It was 2010. And this was sort of...
Because I would argue the game has changed since 2010. Like, for whatever reason, the game has changed. No, you might like it, you might not like it, but it's all about impeachment. It's all about bull crap. So, again, you and I are on different sides of this, and we can have civil debate about it. But I think it's a whole new ball game now than it was in 2010.
Well, so I had this conversation late in the afternoon. A lady came up to me and said, in her all Trump garb, and said, "I'm very disappointed in you." And I said, "Well, that line's long. Get in it."
Mom, what are you doing here?
And then they started on this whole... They started on this whole thing about, well, are you a Democrat now? I said, no. I believe in holding people accountable, whether they're Republicans or Democrats. I said the same thing about Trump adding $5 trillion to the debt that I said when Biden was doing it, then I said when Trump did it in 2020. We have to be able to look at ourselves and go, why is everything so expensive? Everything's so expensive because we have turned on, especially since George W. Bush forward, this money printing press that makes everything, it makes inflation skyrocket, the cost of living. What have the Republicans done the past 11 months that you'd say my life is so much better off? Now, you can say, hey, the border's more secure. I'm not going to dispute that. But are we just saying that our standard is, well, Biden, but with a better border? Because economically, that's what you've got.
What I asked the governor this when he was in here sipping a Miller Lite with us in the studio.
Did he shotgun that beer?
He did not. I did not.
I don't believe there was a shotgunning involved. He didn't poke it with a pen and then hold it up and crush it.
And this might be a naive question, but I said, okay, so if the Senate votes it through and it all gets passed and we can do this redrawing of the maps, is it guaranteed that it's pretty much 9-0?
No, I think that district,
you know what I mean?
Mervan is that first congressional district is still a toss-up. My issue is when you look at these maps, right? You talk about things like the representation should be based on geography, commerce, time zones, like-minded communities of interest, so that when you go to Washington, you're representing a group of people that share points of commonality. You've got districts under this map that start in Indianapolis, and they stretch all the way to the southern or eastern border, which means you're going to have really rich guys like Jefferson Shreve come in, because Indianapolis will be a big part of these districts because of the population, and they're just going to buy the seats. And what I keep asking people is, can anyone tell me how two more Jefferson Shreves makes your life any better?
Two more Jefferson Shreves, I don't know if it's any better, but I think it's better than one Andre Carson. And I feel like there's a better chance that you could primary like one of these Jefferson Shreves out. Like the Republicans have been known to primary somebody out. I feel like there's a better chance of that happening than Andre Carson losing his seat, because he's done nothing. Like, he hasn't made my life better. Truth be told, citizens of Indianapolis may be worse off with him.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a turd. But we talked about this on Off the Rails the last time. The Republicans misbehave every time they get in office. Every time they promise, the spending, the corruption, the crony capital, we get all this under control. It never changes. When your kids were growing up, if they misbehaved, were you like, here's candy and a trip to Kings Island. Great job. Draw on the walls some more. No, you had to punish them. And the Republicans, until you punish them and hold them accountable for lying, because that's what they do. Look at Indiana. Property taxes never higher. Gas tax never higher. Utility bills never higher. The IEDC is a walking, talking corruption machine where they take money from us and give it to these connected people who give back to the donors. If these were Democrats doing this, we'd go ballistic. But because I say it about a Republican, some lady at a government event comes up and says she's disappointed in me.
One of the things I've heard you say on your show is that if this new drawn map comes to fruition, there's going to be parts of Marion County that have the same representative as somebody down by the Ohio River.
Yeah.
And I've heard you ask, what do these people have in common? I think we've got more in common than you think, though, Rob. Like, I'm a bit of a hick. I live in Marion County.
A bit.
Okay, we can take the bit out of there.
Liston guy has entered the chat.
Liston has entered the chat.
I can make fun. I are one. Yes.
I feel like we've probably got more in common than you think, though.
Well, on some levels, if you share a point of commonality in terms of your political leanings, but again, it comes back to the representative, and you look at the way the founders set the country up, they railed against the idea of politics and political parties, but the representatives are supposed to represent the people. And really the crux of this is you're going to have, and Jacob Stewart from the Indy Star wrote a great column about this last week, you're going to ice out rural Indiana. If you draw these maps this way, Indianapolis, because of the way those maps are drawn, are going to control everything. And no offense to people of Indianapolis, there's many fine people in Indianapolis, but the Marion County GOP are the same people who gave us people like Eric Holcomb. Do you really want to hand that over to those people? And they just feel like they can take anything whenever they don't earn it.
Rob Kendall with us. This Friday, WIBC's Radiothon to benefit the Salvation Army. We're in a little bit of a contest here. Like, I didn't sign up for this, but management said, all right, we have these virtual online kettles. Yeah. Rob Kendall has one, Home and Garden Show has one, and we have one. Now, I'm going to set Home and Garden Show to the side because I don't hate them, but I hate Rob. Like, I don't want to lose to Rob.
Yeah.
So at WIBC.com right now, fans of Rob's can make a donation to his virtual kettle. Fans of ours can make a donation.
And then we have sponsors that were that will, like Galaxy Concrete, will double those.
Yes, Galaxy Concrete and Window Nation are sponsors for these virtual kettles, and it all stays here in Central Indy. But I'm going to give you your elevator pitch. Why should somebody donate to your virtual kettle and not ours?
Well, look, we're at a huge disadvantage because we're on the midday show. But like Kurt Signetti,
Hold on. Let me get my violin out here. Let me start playing that sad violin.
I'm just saying the reality here. But we overcame all odds. Like Kurt Signetti, I win. Google me. A couple years ago, the Kendall and Casey show against all odds did win. Now you guys won last year, I think. Is that right? You guys were the top of all the Salvation Army donations.
Yes.
And it was just miserable to hear myself be insulted. I mean, I think as you guys were winning, even though we raised $1 gajillion, you guys were just being heinous. I was driving to an event and I had to hear myself, despite spending the whole day raising money for charity, being told what a rotten person I was, and you were utilizing that to win the game. And I just think that's very unfair.
Somewhere, Senator Jim Banks is going, welcome to the party, pal. Now you know how it feels.
You know what you guys should do? You should be on that selection committee for the NCAA college football playoffs. Yeah, y'all would fit right in there with those guys. But it's a great cause. Whoever wins, it's wonderful. I'd hate to have to hear myself being besmirched again. So if you're a fan of what we do 9 to noon each day, please donate. WIBC.com, right?
So here's what I would like to ask you on the spot here ahead of this Friday. Jeez. So this Friday, we're all doing our shows out at Sullivan's for the Radiothon. If somebody comes up with $500, minimum of $500, can I call you on FaceTime and let them yell at you?
Oh, totally.
Okay. So they can look at you in the face. Now, I'll dial it so they won't know the number, and I'll hold the phone up, and then they can tell you what a no-good, rotten, establishment weasel you really are.
Now, I thought for $500, because that's a nice donation, maybe for $5,000, they get a date with Allison, and she dresses up like your AI meme with the Grinch.
Oh!
Rob, I thought we were friends.
What's coming up tomorrow?
Oh, man, we're going to review this whole thing. Ethan Hatcher was there as well. Talk about the testimony. I mean, it was a wild day. I mean, there's just people are so passionate on both sides. Everybody was pretty well behaved, but a wild day at the State House. We'll recap it tomorrow, 9 to noon. You guys are the best. And Allison, you're a saint for dealing with these guys.
That's Rob Kendall, the Kendall and Casey Show. Matt Baer, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, check it out. Eastbound 465 on the northeast side. That is a stall on the exit ramp to Allisonville Road, slow to Keystone. Northbound 69, stop and go from 465 up to 96th Street. West side crash, it's Rockville Road to the east of Country Club Road. 2 cars involved, somebody trapped inside of a vehicle. Westbound Rockville Road backed up almost to High School Road, then to 465. Eastbound 70, stop and go Belmont to Meridian. Southbound 6570 jams from the north split to the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield brings whole health to Brookside 54 with a food pantry, nutrition tips, and a new fitness space for the teachers through Impact Fitness Foundation. Learn more at anthem.com/Indy/community. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
30 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. And right now, Big Nige, how about if we get 54 more people to the WIBC YouTube page?
Yeah, that's easy.
54. That gets us to 100. 100's a good number for a Monday. So find WIBC's live stream of this show, give us a like, and then go to the comments section and make fun of Rob Kendall. It's a win-win for everybody. WIBC's YouTube page, give us a like. We need 54 more people. Is This Anything next?
Judy loves her fall in Indy, but she doesn't like the paint, so she called Rhino Shield.
The house that Rhino Shield did for my husband and I, after having the house painted with kind of usual house paint, I was seeing cracks appearing about every 3 years and just wasn't very satisfied with that.
Rhino Shield's a ceramic coating specifically formulated for our unique climate.
I can't speak highly enough about the Rhino Shield crew. They also were great at working with me to get the exact right color because I was very particular.
Indy, you too can have the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield right now for 15% off the regular price.
I would not hesitate to call Rhino Shield, and I am just thrilled to recommend Rhino Shield to my friends and neighbors and family.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Hammer here for my friends at AAA. The holidays are here. It's upon us, and so is winter weather. This year, stay prepared and give everyone on your list the gift of a peace of mind by giving them a AAA membership. As a AAA member, you get roadside assistance 24/7, 365. Flat tire, dead battery, you name it, AAA is there. You also get exclusive travel discounts, hotels, rental cars, and all the cool events happening around the Hoosier State this holiday season. Now through the end of the year, new members can join AAA for just $50 for a one-year classic membership and add an associate for free. This is a great gift idea. Give someone you care about a AAA membership. Visit AAA.com and use the code HOLIDAY25. That's HOLIDAY25 at AAA.com, or just call 844-GO-AAA-GO or visit your local AAA office. Give the gift of AAA this holiday season. Tell them Hammer from Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Attention, Indiana homeowners. Are you tired of avoiding your wet basement? Hi, I'm Mike Smith with Swainco Crawl Space and Basement Repair, your real, local, Indiana family-owned experts. Imagine all the possibilities of a guaranteed dry basement, a cozy new family room, a home gym, or even a new office. And with no interest, no payment financing, you don't have to break the bank to do it. Make the most of your basement today. Call Swainco 317-407-1868 or SwaincoLLC.com.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Hello, this is Don Steffi, Executive Director for the Indianapolis Ballet. 'Tis the season for family fun and the Nutcracker, brought to life by your Indianapolis Ballet and the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra, December 18 through the 23rd at Clues Memorial Hall. Don't miss this delightful family classic. Brilliant festive dancing, colorful sets and costumes, and Tchaikovsky's beautiful score, performed by the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra. Indianapolis Ballet's The Nutcracker. Tickets at indyballet.org.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Hammer and Nigel to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Looking for the hottest trends in jewelry this year? Come to Pierce Jewelers and see their Love to Love collection in lab-grown diamond jewelry. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
This hour powered by Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's Mind and Lab-Grown Diamond Store.
And
Hammer and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
All right, let's rock and roll.
It is. We're brought to you by Indiana Unclaimed, presented by the Attorney General's office here in Indiana, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every single week. Fast, easy, and free to search at indianaunclaimed.gov.
Is this anything? Baltimore County fire employee, respected member of the community.
Yes.
Is being investigated for allegedly flogging the dolphin in public spaces at the firehouse.
Public spaces at the firehouse.
Now, when I say flogging the dolphin, treating his body like an amusement park.
Polishing the bishop.
Bopping the baloney.
Yes.
Here are a couple of councilmen on the allegations they found out from firefighters and paramedics.
They obviously are very concerned about their own public health and safety. I've been on the council for 15 years. This is probably the most disturbing series of allegations I've ever heard.
I've never heard of anything like this. And I've dealt with more personnel issues, more problems than you can imagine. And nothing bizarre and as grotesque as this.
Hammer, yes, this is something. And they initiated hazmat cleaning of everything there at the firehouse, like lockers, kitchens, bunk rooms.
Ooh.
All the ice machines were replaced.
Oh, so they must have had some sort of proof that he was
yeah,
spraying things down. I'm trying to think of the most radio safe way to say that.
That wasn't it. Yeah, that's something, and I don't get it. Why can't people just be normal?
Okay, but here's what I have a problem with, okay? So I'm not condoning what this guy did. He's a total weirdo. All right, fine. If you have to do that, do it when you get home. But hearing, like, fire employees say, in my 15 years, this was the most disturbing thing I've ever seen. Not like a burned body, not like a burned child, somebody's dog that got burned in a fire. Some weirdo cranking it in the back room, spraying it on the ice machine. That's the most disturbing thing you've seen as a firefighter, as a medic. I'm willing to bet somebody dying is probably way worse than that. Am I alone in thinking that?
Well, yeah, apparently, because that's their opinion. Yeah.
And it's Baltimore County. Like, I promise you, in Baltimore, they've seen some things. They've seen injuries and, stabbings and burns and shootings. But the guy bopping his baloney, this is the worst thing we've ever seen. Okay. I don't believe you. Miss Allison, do we have any mood music for this next one?
You know this song?
Garbage, right?
Yeah, Shirley Manson.
Was Shirley Manson hot?
Yeah. She was kind of like goth hot.
Okay. Like a goth baddie.
Yeah,
okay.
sure.
Okay. So her band, Garbage, was performing at some outdoor show in Australia. And somebody in the crowd blew up a beach ball and started, hitting the beach ball around.
Pretty normal for a giant crowd.
Right.
In a concert.
You see it at concerts. You see it at the Indy 500. But Shirley Manson freaked out and just chewed somebody out for getting the beach ball out.
Guy with your big beach ball. Ooh, I'm so scared of you. So thrilled by you. What a douchebag.
What?
Like, it literally makes me want to beg people to go over there and punch you in the face. It's disrespectful. And musicians have had enough. And we're fed up of not getting paid properly, and fed up of having to play for douchebags like you. You're a middle-aged man in a ridiculous hat. Literally want to ask people to punch you in the face.
Good Lord.
I'm a lady, so I won't.
The crowd turned on her, by the way, when she was advocating violence for the guy that blew up the beach ball. And who wants to hear a long-time, highly paid artist complain about how much they're being paid?
Right.
Did you hear that in there?
It wasn't like they blew up a sex doll and started, passing that around. It was a beach ball. What's wrong with her?
Here, okay, so I've got an update the next day, Hammer, she apologized. Here's the beach ball update. She kind of apologized to the crowd.
Very impressive, and not only are they impressive, but they are very, very big. The only thing that kind of shocks me a little is that there's been more fuss made about me offending beach balls than there has about 20,000 Palestinian kids. I would just like to remind you all what actually is important in this life.
Okay, you can stop it.
How can you criticize me about advocating violence and complaining about a beach ball and beating the guy up that blew up the beach ball? How can you even compare that to 20,000 Palestinian kids?
Like, the beach ball rant was a little much.
Yeah.
But then tying it into the Palestinians, even more a little much.
Okay.
It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
Xfinity is the network you can rely on. Like a close friend who never lies. The friend who will tell you that new haircut, it's not great. Friends make sure friends get good haircuts. And Xfinity makes sure you get a good deal on Wi-Fi. Xfinity gives you reliable, fiber-powered Wi-Fi at our best price. This holiday season through December 21st, get gig speed Wi-Fi for just $50 a month for 5 whole years. No strings, no commitments. Just super fast, reliable gig speed Wi-Fi with our best equipment and unlimited data included. Save yourself from questionable decisions and save over Verizon and AT&T. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Internet powered by fiber and connected to premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Anticipation of the Christmas season offers the celebration of joy, hope, and redemption as we celebrate the birth of Jesus. But maybe you don't feel joyful. You've lost hope, and redemption of your situation seems impossible. Grief isn't limited to the loss of a loved one through death. Many life circumstances can initiate grief and inhibit our ability to embrace meaningful moments. But you don't have to grieve without hope. Join us at Life Church for our Blue Christmas services, designed to give you space for your grief. Go to lifechurchin.com for more information.
Holiday savings are in full swing right now at Tom Roush Lincoln with our 999 sale. $9,000 off a new Lincoln Corsair, $9,000 off a new Lincoln Nautilus, or $9,000 off a new Lincoln Aviator. Your choice of any of these great luxury cars, $9,000 off. Come on in to Tom Roush for those holiday savings. And Merry Christmas from our family to yours.
Corsair stock number L25277, MSRP 5220. Nautilus stock number L25270, MSRP 57235. Aviator stock number L25246, MSRP 65165. See dealer for complete offer details.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
Testimony was heard today. It's sunny and you've got 30 degrees in downtown Indy. I'm Jake McDaniel, and here's what's trending at 432. It was about a proposal to redraw Indiana's congressional maps in the Senate at the State House. Chuck Blessing is a Vietnam veteran who said he wanted to get up there and speak from the heart.
I feel that I am for the amendment. I believe that we should pass this for the good of the people that I'm involved with.
Those against it say it's just a power grab from President Trump and other Republicans who think like him. Forecasters are keeping their eye on snow to arrive in Indiana this week.
At this time is still a little too far out to say exactly, but probably just kind of the hit or miss. Could see measurable snow.
Casey Fuson at the National Weather Service says rain is also supposed to arrive tomorrow and fall into Wednesday, especially in the northeastern part of the state. Relief is on the way for American farmers hurt by those trade wars.
President Trump's tariff revenue will cover the cost of $11 billion in one-time payments to farmers.
farmers are an indispensable national asset, part of the backbone of America. I've always felt it so strongly. They're so important.
The economic aid that also includes an additional $1 billion in relief has been sought by the agriculture industry after exports of soybeans and other crops were slashed amid a trade war with China. President Trump also says farming equipment has become too expensive and says the administration will roll back some environmental rules for tractor companies.
Fox's Jared Halpern reporting. AAA says the average gas price in Indiana is $2.81 a gallon today. The winter meetings are underway in Florida, and the Baseball Hall of Fame just elected Jeff Kent. He holds the record for the most home runs by a second baseman. With your WIBC closing bell report, the Dow finished the day down 215 points to 47,739. The S&P 500 lost almost 24 points to 6846, and the NASDAQ dropped by 32 points to 23,545. You've got traffic and weather coming up in 1 minute. It's 4:34.
Football is back, and so are great hairlines. We Grow Hair Indy has helped former local professional football players get back in the game with full natural hair. You don't have to play pro ball to get pro-level results. Hey, it's Rob, and I knew I picked the right team when I needed a Hail Mary for my hair. I called We Grow Hair Indy. Whether you're tailgating, coaching, or watching from the couch, do it with confidence. Trade the sidelines for a hairline. Get back in the game at We Grow Hair Indy. Schedule your free evaluation today at WeGrowHairIndy.com. That's WeGrowHairIndy.com or call 317-522-2995. That's 317-522-2995. Enjoy being out and about this fall. Enjoy watching the games in person with your friends with confidence you haven't had in years. And you can do it with a trip to We Grow Hair Indy. 317-522-2995. 317-522-2995. Tell them Rob sent you.
Traffic at 4:35. What do you have, Matt Bear?
West side crash, eastbound 70 approaching West Street, blocking the left lane, and slow back to Harding Street, then stop and go into the south split. Inbound 65, 14-minute delay, 21st to Meridian. Southbound 65-70 jams north split to the south split, then to Raymond Avenue because of construction. Also looking at northbound 65, stop and go from Raymond into the south split. On the west side, southbound 465 slows from 38th past Crawfordsville Road, then a crash. Watch out for westbound Rockville Road. That's stopped from High School Road past Country Club because of a crash. 2 cars involved, injury and entrapment. Avoid. Traffic sponsored by 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning. Winter temps are here. Get your heating tune-up with 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning. They will have your system ready for these chilly nights with 24/7 availability. Book at onehourairindy.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now here's the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Mostly cloudy tonight with lows in the low 20s. Tuesday, look to get back in the low 40s with breezy winds that'll gust 20 to 25 miles per hour times. And then our next system moves in by late Tuesday night with rain showers in play. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
4 words: Hammer, red, white, and bold.
Let's go. Let's do it, baby.
Red, white, and bold, presented by Jack Daniels. This is our 3rd annual Red, White, and Bold there at Woodland 96 at Keystone, raising money for veterans.
And as of this morning, I was told by the promotions department, 5 full lanes have already been sold. Now, there's 6 people to a lane. You can buy a full lane, or you could buy individual tickets.
Yeah.
And we'll pair you up with some other folks, and we'll find a spot. And listen, everybody's going to be there to have a good time and hang out together. So we'll find a spot for you if you have just 2, 3, or 4 people in your party. But you can also buy a full lane of 6, and they're going pretty fast. Tickets have barely been on sale for a week, and we've already sold 5 full lanes. So if you want to come and be part of it, you could be a serious bowler trying to win the thing, or somebody that just wants to have beers with us and eat the pizza buffet. Buy your tickets right now at WIBC.com.
Raising my hand for that option. I suck at bowling, but it's so fun. Man, the past 2 times we've done this, it's been so fun.
Are you sure? Because you've said you hate bowling when you were hammered drunk being driven home from the event.
Well, the reason I said it is because I suck at it. I don't hate it. I go with my family and my kids, but I'm horrible.
It's like being a Cleveland Browns football fan.
Sure.
I hate football every Sunday when your team loses. Although you probably don't really hate football. You just hate not winning. But yeah, the event is Friday, January 16th at Woodland. We're going to do our show there starting at 3 o'clock. So if you just want to come by and tailgate with us, and sometimes that's just as fun, man. Get there, hang out, grab a seat.
Well, yeah, you can tailgate with us, and you can bowl, too, before the official event starts.
Right.
I mean, there's plenty of lanes open that you can just go hang out.
I posted a Facebook video. So if you go to the Hammer and Nigel Facebook page, it's highlights of our first Red, White, and Bowl a couple years ago, and you'll kind of get the feel of how things work. It's very laid back, very chill, a pizza buffet, 3 hours of bowling. You get a drink ticket, and we're going to give away some prizes. There's a silent auction going on, and all of this is to raise money for Hoosier Veterans in Need. We work with Bowling to Veteran Support Link, and man, this is a great organization. So please, buy your tickets before it sells out. I think there's only like 11 full lanes left. And assuming some people buy individual tickets, probably less than that. So get your tickets right now before it sells out. It makes a great Christmas gift. If there's somebody that's a Hammer and Nigel fan in your family, buy them a couple tickets to the Red, White, and Bowl event. And I promise, Nigel and I will come by and have some drinks with them. How about that?
Well, should we do the thing where I pay Rob to take me home again and I live stream it?
I think it's become a tradition.
It's only happened once.
I think it needs to come back.
I don't know. I'm getting too old for that kind of thing.
By the way, thanks to St. Elmo for bringing the whiskey in the studio we've been sipping on all afternoon. But no, seriously, Red, White, and Bowl presented by Jack Daniels. Man, they pass out samples sometimes. It's great. I promise you, you're going to have a great time. Get your tickets right now at WIBC.com. Is this right? Hold on.
That? What are you looking at?
Well, my God. Nigel, we're going to check in with wheelin', dealin', hair sniffing, kiss stealing Joe Biden.
I got hairy legs. Take a test where you're taking cocaine. Come on, man. You ain't black.
Just when you thought the old man was out the stud. Just when you thought the old man was at the Shady Acres retirement home.
I never thought he was out the stud.
He popped up on stage at an event this past weekend, Nige. And would you like to hear Joe Biden speak about this great country of ours, the United States of America?
Sure.
Would you like to hear if maybe some time away from the office has made Joe Biden decompress and he sounds a little bit more coherent than he did while president? Here he is.
As long as we keep the faith, summon hope, and get back up and remember who in the hell we are. We're the United States of America.
I'm sorry, we're the who? The United States of America.
America.
Mara John Gotti. What? What?
No.
In case you missed it, here's a little Joe Biden remix. We're the United States of America. 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 America.
Living in America. I would say that Joe Biden still got it, but it wasn't something you wanted in the first place.
Wow. So he's still speaking. He's still...
Who's inviting him?
Publicly, being paid.
Who canceled for that organization to say, screw it, give us Biden? They probably thought, hey, are we going to get George Clooney this year?
He's making hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, honestly, yeah.
Are we going to get
you're
Beyonce?
Right. Clooney?
No? Oh, hell. Give us Biden. And he shuffles up there. United States of America. Okay. Thanks for firing us up. All right. Allison, I want you involved in this too, because I know you enjoy some good stand-up comedy.
Got it.
According to a new Billboard study, Billboard Records, Billboard Magazine, they've ranked the top stand-up comedians of the 21st century. 21st century stand-up comics.
All right.
Coming in at number 1, Dave Chappelle. Rounding out the top 5, Chris Rock, Louis C.K., John Mulaney, and Bill Burr.
Where was Seinfeld on that?
Number 6.
Oh, wow. Didn't make the top 5?
Kevin Hart was 7. Norm Macdonald was 8.
Man.
Go down the list of some more recognizable names. Robin Williams, 10. Nate Bargatze, 12. Adam Sandler, 13. Jim Gaffigan down at 22. Jon Stewart, 25. So as you look at this list here, Nige, you good with Dave Chappelle being number 1?
Well, any list that includes Wanda Sykes is immediately discredited in my book.
Oh, she's at 17.
She's horrible.
Wanda Sykes is above Jim Gaffigan and Jon Stewart.
Norm Macdonald should be in the top 5. I understand why they have Dave Chappelle at number 1. He's been the most talked about controversial comedian over the past 5 years.
I'm good with Chris Rock at number 2. I love Chris Rock's stand-up. His Bring the Pain one from the late 90s, one of the best of all time.
I have not seen a Louis C.K. stand-up show, so I can't comment on that. I mean, I know obviously the controversy with him and the Me Too stuff, but Jerry Seinfeld needs to be in the top 5.
So, Allison, as someone who goes to see comics on the regular, you've seen a few comedy shows this year. You good with this list?
I'm with you guys. Chris Rock is a solid number 2. Dave Chappelle's pretty good at number 1. I would put Kevin Hart just a little higher because I feel like my generation really got into stand-up comedy when his kind of special started going off.
Right. I feel like your generation is to Kevin Hart as to what mine was to Chris Rock.
I would say that's accurate. Yeah.
I discovered a comedian named Cat Williams a couple of years ago.
Wait, you just discovered him?
Well, a couple of years ago, and his special had been out for like a decade.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
He's great.
Holy God Almighty. He
Missing
was
Mine.
real funny.
David Spade should have been on the top 25.
Dude, his stand-up, very underrated.
So underrated.
Yeah.
Personally, my favorite. But I would say, for the most part, obviously we have our favorites. I would say it's pretty strong.
I've never been a big Bill Burr guy. Like, Bill Burr's never really, done it for me. I would put Norm Macdonald above Bill Burr. I'd put Kevin Hart above Bill Burr. And Nate Bargatze's kind of got that dry delivery. It's almost Norm Macdonald-like, I think.
Brian Regan. Hilarious.
Steve Martin probably should have been in the top 25.
Yeah, but this is the 21st century, right?
But Robin Williams is in there at 10.
Williams, yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah,
I think if you're going to put Robin Williams in there, there's probably a place for some of those other guys, too.
Trevor Noah at 23, I don't think that's...
Never.
I would have said
watched
top
one show, never watched
maybe.
one stand-up with him. Not saying he's not funny, just never seen it.
Ali Wong's funny.
Nate Bargatze just added a second show to his Indianapolis concert coming up. Tickets went so fast, he's going to do a special 3 p.m. show in addition to the 7 p.m. show.
Really?
Yeah, so good for him. Wanted to get more people able to see his show, so he's like, you know what? Screw it. We're going to go Vegas residency here. We'll do a 3 o'clock and a 7. I'm all right with that. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, the new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Is your home stressing you out? Why not sell it to us? We will buy any property in any condition.
We receive a tremendous amount of phone calls on that property. A lot of them are very aggravating. You're not going to buy it over the phone, so let's don't kick tires. Come and look, say yay or nay, and then we can both go on down the street. And so James did come, looked it over, we talked, chatted. James, he did a good job. Did what he said he was going to do.
Call Simple Quarters 317-900-HOME.
Jeff Saturday on Teamwork.
Hey, I know a little something about the value of teamwork. So when I found my name on IndianaUnclaimed.gov, you can bet I checked some teammates' names as well. And I found them, lots of them, including a Hall of Famer and another with his own TV show. Look out for your own team and go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov and see if your name's on the list. Trust me, Indiana Unclaimed wants you to reunite you with your hard-earned money. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov today.
Are you ready for retirement or just hoping for the best? At Wise Money Radio, we bring you the strategies, stories, and straight talk you need to make your money work smarter so you can live wiser. From taxes and healthcare costs to Social Security and income planning, we cut through the noise to give you the clarity you deserve. Listen to Wise Money Radio with Joe Wilson of Omega Wealth Private Capital, Saturday mornings at 5 right here on 93.1 WIBC.
Hey, Pat Sullivan here with a special message from my friends at Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
Thanks, Pat. Jack Hope here. You know, 2025 was a year of growth for us as we added HVAC and electrical services to our business. This growth was due in large part to customers like you. Your support, your loyalty, and your trust has shaped Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling into who we are today. Thank you for making this year one to remember and for continuing to welcome us into your homes.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Jeff Saturday on Teamwork.
Hey, I know a little something about the value of teamwork. So when I found my name on IndianaUnclaimed.gov, you can bet I checked some teammates' names as well. And I found them, lots of them, including a Hall of Famer and another with his own TV show. Look out for your own team and go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov and see if your name's on the list. Trust me, Indiana Unclaimed wants you to reunite you with your hard-earned money. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov today.
See Pierce Jewelers' breathtaking selection of lab-grown diamonds, refined to perfection and value. It's the new choice in diamonds. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
Blow sediment and gunk out of your well, plus a 6-point inspection and 30% off all of it. Wow. C&J, great systems, great people, 317-852-WELL.
Express the heartwarming message that says love is about being together. Let a Pierce Jewelers diamond engagement ring be the symbol that says I love you. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
Make a difference this holiday season. WIBC's Radiothon is back December 12th and 13th, sponsored by Financial Center, your credit union for what's next. Learn more at fcfcu.com and join us in supporting a great cause.
Matthew, what are we looking at?
All right, Hammer eastbound 70 approaching downtown, crash before west. Left lane is blocked, traffic backed up to Belmont. Westbound 70 at Meridian, Illinois. That's a crash blocking the left lane. A slowdown back to the south split. It is a crash coming in on southbound 65 stop and go traffic 21st to the north split, then southbound 65 70 jam from the north split to the south split. Inbound 69 stop and go traffic from 106th Street to 465. Crash northbound 65 at Raymond Street. blocking the right lane, causing a slowdown in that construction zone. And on the west side, stay away from Rockville Road east of Country Club Road. The westbound lane's backed up almost to 465 because of a bad crash. Traffic sponsored by Pierce Jewelers in Carmel expressed a heartwarming message that says love is about being together. Let a Pierce Jewelers diamond engagement ring be that symbol that says I love you. Shop local, shop smart. Shop Pierce Jewelers. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
30 degrees at the American Standard Heating Weather Center here at 93 WIBC. We need about 15 more people to go to WIBC's YouTube page. Give us a like. Give us a thumbs up. Nige, question for you.
Sure.
How often do you find yourself watching adult cinema?
Well, let me check my calendar. What time is it? I don't have an exact answer for you on that.
Allison, when was the last... Okay. The reason I ask is there's a new report out that armpit porn is the trendy fetish of 2025. People are searching armpit adult cinema. Like armpit licking, sweaty armpits.
Yeah, there's some perverts out there.
There's a lot of perverts. No,
thank you.
But have you ever typed in anything odd, perhaps, Nige? Did you ever look for anything, or is it just basic stuff?
I'll admit this. I've never typed in armpit in the search engine.
Okay.
And that's all
That's
I'm
where
going
the
to
bar
say.
is. That's okay.
That's no armpit.
And Allison, have you ever typed in anything?
No.
Okay.
She doesn't even let you get the question out.
Coming up here in just a moment, how does Indy stack up with Chicago in terms of homicides per capita? All year long, Indy has been above Chicago. Have we decreased? Have we increased? We've got new numbers provided. Place your bets now. We'll have that answer coming up in just a little bit. Come on back, baby. We're rolling. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
The holidays are the most wonderful time of the year. And let's be honest, between travel, to-do lists, and year-end everything, it can get overwhelming. Now add retirement planning to the mix? Not a chance. Here's the good news. Retirement planning doesn't have to be stressful. At Howard Bailey Financial, our team simplifies the process, listens to your goals, and helps you take your next retirement steps with more confidence. So while you're wrapping gifts and planning get-togethers, let Howard Bailey Financial help you wrap up your retirement plan. Get started today by texting WRAP to 888-494-5004 to download your free retirement toolkit. That's WRAP to 888-494-5004. Because financial confidence doesn't just belong under the tree, it belongs in your future. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. See disclosures at howardbailey.com.
You get up early on snow days because snowed in is not an option. The Kubota snow lineup of compact tractors, RTVs, and versatile attachments are built to thrive in the winter. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $5,250. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Stop by McAllister Machinery in Indianapolis to see their full line of Kubota or visit them online at McAllisterKubota.com.
Nobody cares for you like family. Family Heating and Air.
Hey, this is Malia. We often get asked when is the best time to buy, and the answer is today, not tomorrow. With rising utility costs, rising product costs, and missed opportunity costs, which you could be saving with a high-efficiency system. Give us a call today to schedule your free in-depth estimate, 317-577-8077.
Family Heating and Air is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text Hammer and Nigel to 46220 today.
Join us every Friday right around 5:50 for Beer Sample Friday.
Brought to you by Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus, home of free delivery within 75 miles of their store.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. It's your last chance to get exclusive deals on the PC PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 35% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
It's the season of giving, so why not give yourself something that lasts? Now through December 15th, Financial Center is offering mortgage and refinance rates as low as 5.50% or 5.9% APR, helping you save more for years to come. Financial Center makes things easy with local experts and options for every homeowner. Start now at fcfcu.com/mortgage. That's fcfcu.com/mortgage. Subject to underwriting guidelines. Not all will qualify. Equal opportunity lender. See website for terms and conditions and MLS number 509724.
Christmas is almost here, and if you're shopping on a budget, you shop at PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse in Brownsburg. Truly unique pieces you won't find anywhere else. And sale prices every single day. At PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse, you'll find gold, diamonds, gemstones, exquisite, one-of-a-kind pieces, and incredible local artist designs all within your budget. Your perfect place to shop for the holidays. PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse, 3750 South Green Street in Brownsburg, or online at pajewelers.jewelry. That's pajewelers.jewelry.
See Pierce Jewelers' breathtaking selection of lab-grown diamonds, refined to perfection and value. It's the new choice in diamonds. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, testimony. That's what's heard today, and you'll hear more on that. You'll hear about a food that's trying to be made official because of a bill. You'll also hear an update about a couple of Indianapolis Colts players. Those stories are coming up next after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis, and it is now 5 o'clock.
A clock is still ticking on Capitol Hill. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. Weeks after a government shutdown, largely over health care, the key issue remains unresolved. And the president says he wants to bypass insurance companies to bring down the cost of health care.
With Affordable Care Act premiums set to spike and tax subsidies expiring, President Trump says he wants federal funding to go straight to taxpayers.
I want to pay the people, and I want the people to go out and buy their own health care. And that's what we want to do, and that's what the Republicans want to do.
The president accused insurance companies of being owned by Democrats. Democrats are urging a 3-year extension of health care tax credits. The GOP plan would create federal health savings accounts and allow states to opt out of the Affordable Care Act.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. A bipartisan coalition in Congress has been working on a reform plan that does not have backing from party leaders on either side. The president taking questions after announcing a $12 billion relief plan for U.S. farmers using tariff revenues.
This relief will provide much needed certainty to farmers as they get this year's harvest to market and look ahead to next year's crops. And it'll help them continue their efforts to lower food prices for American families.
This a day before the president heads to Pennsylvania with a focus on affordability, aiming to counter a Democrat message that his policies are making costs worse, not better. The president just posting that NVIDIA will be allowed to send its H200 chips to China and other countries, but only to approved customers and under conditions allowing for continued strong national security. The Commerce Department still finalizing details, but President Trump says the same approach will apply to other U.S. companies. And he notes that NVIDIA's U.S. customers are already moving forward with the company's more advanced Blackwell chips. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Redistricting is top of mind for lawmakers at the State House. It's sunny and 30 degrees on Monument Circle. The low tonight is 21. I'm Jake McDaniel, and here's what's trending at 5:02. Today, Senate President Pro Tem Rod Bray discussed what the schedule is supposed to be for the rest of the week.
On Tuesday, we'll come back into the chamber for a very quick session to take the committee report. Wednesday, you'll see us have a second reading. And then probably Thursday, potentially Friday, but probably Thursday, you'll see a third reading vote on this issue.
Testimony was heard from Hoosiers all over the state who spoke to the Senate about redistricting, with some being for it and others against it. Indiana State Senator Andy Zay is trying for a second time to make the breaded tenderloin the official state sandwich. He just reintroduced a bill after his 2023 attempt failed. A Johnson County man is charged with engaging in an incestuous relationship that produced a baby. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
According to the Johnson County Prosecutor's Office, 39-year-old Isaac Cole, who's formerly from the New Whiteland area, is charged with 1 count of incest. An investigation into Cole began in August when New Whiteland police got a call about a man who is in an incestuous relationship with a woman. The probable cause affidavit states that police interviewed 2 sources who said Cole was the father of the baby. DNA testing was done on Cole, the mother, and the infant, with results coming back that confirmed him as the father. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You're paying an average of $2.81 a gallon of gas in Indiana today, says Gas Buddy. That's 14 cents below the national average. And Indianapolis Colts head coach Shane Steichen said today in a press conference, quarterback Daniel Jones is out for the season after he tore his right Achilles when they lost to the Jaguars yesterday.
He'll have surgery within the week. Obviously, just really feel for him, just an unfortunate situation. The work that he puts in, the effort on a day-to-day basis, the grind, a team captain for us, just very unfortunate.
Steichen says Jones was one of the toughest guys he's been around. He added Riley Leonard has a knee injury, but still hopes he'll be able to play against the Seattle Seahawks. Kickoff for this coming Sunday is at 4:25. Traffic and weather in 1 minute. It's 5:04.
Indy, don't use the beautiful fall to paint. Do what Deanna did. She called Rhino Shield.
I was noticing some cracks and the paint's faded. I was like, okay, I think I should get my house painted. So my neighbor had a Rhino Shield placard in the yard. And after they were finished, I was just, wow. With the warranty and everything, it just seemed silly not to go that route.
The ceramic coating of Rhino Shield is specifically formulated for our climate.
So the Rhino Shield crew came out. Nothing was damaged in the process. I was very happy. They just didn't leave a mess. You couldn't even tell they were there. And the house looked so different. It just looked like a new home.
Backed by a 25-year transferable warranty. And now get the protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
Rhino Shield, I think it increases the value and the curb appeal of your home. Definitely worth it.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
With your traffic now on 93 WIBC, here's Matt Bear.
Eastbound 70 before West, heading into downtown. Crash blocking the left lane. Stop and go traffic back to Belmont Avenue. Crash westbound 70 at Meridian, blocking the right shoulder. Slow back to the south split. South side, southbound 65 at Raymond Street. Crash blocking the right lane. Jam back to the south split and jam to the north split because of that construction delay and crash. Inbound 65, stop and go 29th to Meridian Street. Inbound 70 slows after Rural into the north split. North side, eastbound 465 stopped from Westfield Boulevard past Allisonville Road. Inbound 69 stop and go from 106th Street to 82nd. Crash on the west side. Stay clear of Rockville Road east of Country Club. Serious crash westbound lanes of Rockville backed up to 465. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. It's both Black Friday and Happy Honda Days all November at Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Stop in for zero down leases, special pricing, and more all month long. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now here's the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center with Steven Deanna.
A mostly cloudy and cold Monday night is ahead with lows in the low 20s, and then we're back in the low 40s for Tuesday, which is near normal for this time of the year, thanks to a breezy wind that'll gust up to 20 to 25 miles per hour at times. Rain moves in by late Tuesday night ahead of our next weather system. Some showers continuing through Wednesday morning. How Much TV? Storm Track 8 meteorologist Steven Deanna from 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos? So let's rock it.
Yeah, Hammer, big hat tip to IMPD, safety teams everywhere this weekend, emergency responders, a lot of people in downtown Indy, and I think it was very successful with the IU basketball game, followed by the Big Ten championship for football.
If you're an IU fan, the football game way more successful than the basketball game.
A little bit, yeah.
But in terms of the city, we had talked, I think last week about, are the hotels going to sell out? Because it's two fan bases that live pretty close to Indy.
Sure.
That they could just drive if they wanted to. And it sounded like the hotels were almost sold out downtown this weekend.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And it seems like downtown, at least the touristy parts, right? We're talking about Meridian Street, Georgia Street, the areas where the restaurants and bars are. Seemed like everything went off without a hitch. But other parts of the city, Nige.
There's a but?
Not so good. Around Indianapolis, from Friday through Sunday night, 7 people shot, 1 stabbed, 4 killed. Now, those are the numbers that have just been reported to the police. I'm willing to bet there are probably more people shot, more people stabbed, that the official police numbers don't know about yet. But 4 killed is a big number. And it seems like early in 2025, homicide numbers were pretty low. Like, we were trending behind previous years, and that's a good thing. Because as we say all the time, you're not supposed to set a record every year.
No.
But, man, we've been on a bit of a heater last couple of months here in Indy. And most of the year, in terms of comparing Indianapolis to Chicago and homicides per capita, right, factoring in the population, Indy has been outpacing Chicago anywhere from like 7 to 11%, give or take.
How crazy is that? Chicago.
Right.
Compared to Indianapolis, where Chicago has millions of people living there. I mean, we've got like 900,000 people in Indianapolis, maybe a million. That is nuts, man.
Well, you ready for the new number? New numbers released.
You've got another number for me?
New numbers courtesy of the Fraternal Order of Police. After this weekend, Indy is outpacing Chicago with homicides per capita by 17.9%. I believe this is the highest that it's been all year long, 17.9%. So think about what you know about Chicago and how big of a city that is. And now think about Indianapolis and the population we have here. Once you take into account the population difference, Indy is 17.9% more violent in terms of homicides than Chicago. That's a big number, man. 17.9%.
It's embarrassing.
It is. It is embarrassing. And this end of the year has not been good. You haven't heard Boss Hogsett and Ryan Mears going around doing those victory laps lately.
Where are they?
No idea. No idea.
They can't do victory laps when you have numbers that are comparable to Chicago per capita, 17%. Good God. I'm sorry, 17.9%.
I mean, Chicago's probably like, at least we're not Indianapolis at this point. Let that sink in. And we say this all the time, man. All those cities that we used to make fun of here, Detroit, Chicago, St. Louis, we've become that. Look around the city, from the homeless to the crime to the way the construction gets started and just doesn't get finished. Like, it looks like Detroit around here. It feels like Detroit. And the crime numbers are backing up that claim. And I hate that. I'm a Marion County guy. I'm not somebody that lives in Carmel and craps on Indy. I live here. My family lives here. My parents live here. We're Marion County people. Indianapolis, Beech Grove, this is us. So it frustrates me when we have numbers like this, man.
You ever think about moving out?
Well, with this weather, I think about moving to Florida quite a bit. I'm not going to lie. Just feeling a little bit of warmth.
I meant out of the county when we decided to have our second child. Lindsay and I said, probably out of Marion County. We're going to move to Boone.
Yeah.
That's what we did. So any consideration. I mean, your kids are grown now.
Right. You know, I always use the line that Michael Bolton in the movie Office Space gives. Why should I change? They're the ones that suck. So I'm here, like I said, until I retire or get fired from this job. And I'm sitting on a beach in, Destin or Fort Lauderdale somewhere.
Love it.
I'm here, baby. Beech Grove over South Beach. At least that's my plan for right now. The Senate, your favorite TV pals, back in action at the Indiana General Assembly. We spoke to Rob Kendall earlier. He walked over there and harassed people for a little bit and came back. He was one of the folks that volunteered to speak out against the changing of the maps. But you know what? Rob and I disagree on this. I'm all in on changing it because it's a new ball game now. I'm somebody that feels like if you get punched in the face, you punch them back in the face. And if Illinois is going to get squirrely in California and New York and Virginia, I don't want to sit back and be the virtuous one. Well, I'm not going to stoop to their level. Screw that. I'll stoop to their level.
Yeah.
I'll pick up the shovel and hit them with it. Let's go.
They're doing it, and there's nothing unethical about it, by the way.
Right. Right.
So if they're going to do it, if they're going to try to outmaneuver us, then we should be doing the same thing.
I'm with you on that. You don't have to sell me, but I will say this, and we mentioned this earlier. If the folks that feel like I do, that want to fire Andre Carson, that feel like Frank Mervan is a creep, if you want those folks gone and you're willing to stand up and be vocal about it and tell your lawmakers, hey, not everybody is against this thing like the media is trying to make you believe.
Yeah, the polling.
Then we want something in return. We want you butt sniffers to go back and fix property taxes next, okay? We'll get Donald Trump off your back. We'll support you. But you butt sniffers better go to work. And that doesn't mean putting a committee together, Rod Bray, that has Scott Baldwin on it, who's going to get financial gain, allegedly, from screwing us on property taxes. So just understand that. We're willing to play ball, but we're not your pushovers. We want a little something in return here. We'll help and promote the the changing of the map, but you better fix what's happening to our pocketbooks right now. Nigel, if you need a reason to drink tonight...
Tonight?
Happy 68th birthday to friend of the show, Phil Collin from Def Leppard.
Oh, guitarist from Def Leppard?
Yes.
68?
He's called into the program before.
Dude, he looks nothing. I mean,
he's ripped.
He looks 48.
Dude, he's shredded. That's old man strength right there.
Yeah.
68 years old. Def Leppard's still part of like a touring band, man. They do a lot of these like
huge
super concerts. Yeah. Like they came to Indy, what was it, a couple years ago, and I think it was like Def Leppard and Joan Jett and Poison and a number of folks. So, knowing there's a little bit of an age gap here, we're going to play Don't Forget the Lyrics with producer Allison.
Ooh.
Now, Allison, I know most Def Leppard songs were released before you were born, but you're not somebody that is going to use that as an excuse. You've probably heard these songs before. So I'm going to play a popular Def Leppard song. I'm going to stop it at some point. Your job is to get the next line of the song correct. Okay?
All right.
Here we go. Number one. Come on, Allison. Here we go.
Pour some sugar on me.
Yeah! Woo! There we go. Now we're cooking, baby. We're fishing with dynamite. All right, 1 for 1. Let's see if she can get number 2. It's also the name of the song.
It's the name of Nickelback. It's the name of a Nickelback song.
Rockstar.
Photograph.
I don't want you. Photograph. All right. This one comes down to this, all right?
Yeah, I never heard of that.
She'll either
one.
go home a winner or walk to the shed a loser. Here we go. Number 3.
Rock and roll.
Yeah! Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Impressive. All right, that's impressive. 2 out of 3.
Dude, I'm jacked up. I'm ready to run through a brick wall right now. Let's go. I feel like Signetti came in here and just gave everybody a speech. Matt Bear.
Eastbound 70 approaching downtown, crash before west, blocking the left lane, stop and go traffic past Belmont for an 8-minute delay. And it's a crash southbound 65 at Raymond Street. It just cleared the right lane, still stop and go back to the south split. And then we have a crash westbound 70 at Meridian, has us backed up to the south split. Southbound 65-70 jammed from the north split down to the south split because of the crash. crashes and construction. Southbound 65 slows before 21st to Meridian. North side, eastbound 465 stopped from Westfield Boulevard over to I-69. That's delayed 39 minutes. Traffic sponsored by AARP. If you're asked to pay with a gift card, it's a scam. Scammers love gift cards because they're just like cash. No real business or government agency will ever ask for gift cards. Learn more at aarp.org/gift cards. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
David on the YouTube chat, keeping the Office Space theme going. I love Def Leppard. I celebrate the entire catalog.
Sure.
Thank you. Right now, got some clouds, sun starting to go down. Why not? It's just after 5. 28 degrees at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. If you're walking over to the Pacers game tonight, Sacramento in town. Sabonis, Domas Sabonis. I'll never boo Sabonis. Sabonis, unlike Miles Turner, when he left Indy via a trade,
Got ya.
you know, he didn't bash the city.
No, I got you.
Hey, he put an article out in the paper. It's like, hey, fans, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Like, you know, he was traded. It was business. And I don't think the Pacers have had a rebounder as good as he has since he's been gone. So I hope the Pacers win tonight, but I'm never going to boo Sabonis when he's in town. All right, coming up next, are you okay with this? We'll play a round of that next.
If you live in a house, but you haven't been able to get your fireplace to work for years, now is the perfect time to get that thing fired up and working right during the holidays. That's what my wife and I did with Chimney Solutions of Indiana. Went and checked out their new showroom at 86 in Lafayette, gave us a bunch of different options, and we are rocking and rolling with a brand new fireplace insert from Chimney Solutions of Indiana. Get your old fireplace working again with chimneyindy.com. Go to chimneyindy.com.
The Voice of Health Minute with Dr. Robert Prather of Holistic Integration.
Having your vitamin D at an optimal level just really prevents a huge amount of infections. You don't want to get too toxic. So we do a blood test, and it tells us exactly where it's at. It was very well proven through many, many different types of studies that 85% of the people who had died from the COVID would not have died or had to go to the hospital even if their vitamin D level was at a normal level.
And that's an easy fix. In the last 20, maybe I should say 100, blood works you've reviewed,
Sure.
How many people have low vitamin D?
90%, but I mean, a lot of them are actually in a critical level, really about a third. It means that their immune system isn't working. It's not going to work if your vitamin D levels are that low. Really, all they had to do was go after vitamin C, zinc, and vitamin D.
Yeah.
And just on that, the results as far as on the whole COVID would have just been dramatically different.
The Voice of Health with Dr. Robert Prather, Sundays at 8 p.m. or anytime at thevoiceofhealthradio.com.
Hi, I'm Emily, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company, where a small box with a burgundy bow will help you win the holidays. As an in-house designer, I love creating meaningful, fine jewelry gifts. Choose a necklace with a gorgeous infinity charm to symbolize your everlasting love. Or go for a personalized piece with an engraving, their zodiac sign, favorite color gemstone, or their initial accented with pave diamonds. Because a friend wants you to be a holiday hero. Stop by or shop now at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Football is back, and so are great hairlines. We Grow Hair Indy has helped former local professional football players get back in the game with full natural hair. You don't have to play pro ball to get pro-level results. Whether you're tailgating, coaching, or watching from the couch, do it with confidence. Trade the sidelines for a hairline. Get back in the game with We Grow Hair Indy. Schedule your free evaluation today at WeGrowHairIndy.com or call 317-522-2995. That's 317-522-2995.
Holiday savings are in full swing right now at Tom Roush Lincoln with our 999 sale. $9,000 off a new Lincoln Corsair, $9,000 off a new Lincoln Nautilus, or $9,000 off a new Lincoln Aviator. Your choice of any of these great luxury cars, $9,000 off. Come on in to Tom Roush for those holiday savings. And Merry Christmas from our family to yours.
Corsair stock number L25277, MSRP 5220. Nautilus stock number L25270, MSRP 57235. Aviator stock number L25246, MSRP 65165. See dealer for complete offer details.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Show your true love and spoil her with that one special Christmas gift from Pierce Jewelers that will say, I love you. Remember, shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
This hour powered by Pierce Jewelers. Fine craftsmanship at its best.
Are you really okay with this?
Are you okay? Everything's gonna be okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm pretty far from okay.
Are you okay with this? On the Hammer and Nigel show.
Oh, yeah!
Brought to you by Window Nation. Window Nation's end-of-year sale is your chance to save big with 50% off all window styles plus 0% financing for 5 years. Sale ends soon, so visit windownation.com to get started. Hammer, I feel like, can we skip this first story and just go into the last two?
Sure.
Are you okay with this? There's a saxophone player on Instagram named Evan. He adds his solos to well-known songs.
Okay.
I got an example. He captions all of them with adding sax solos to songs that don't need them.
Okay.
Here is one example. Tell me what you think.
Little Justin Timberlake here.
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad.
I think it's awful. So
Do you really?
You're okay with that?
Yeah. I'm all right. Now, if you told me he was going to put a kazoo in there or cowbell or something, no, it adds a little jazz to it. I'm not mad at that. Like, I think it kind of flowed right there.
Okay. Are you okay with this? This is something we talk about often on this show. Guns
Farts?
and boobs.
Booze?
Booze. Guns N' Roses released a couple new songs yesterday, but there's a caveat. Here,
The caveat, they're not any good.
Here's one of them. It's called, quote, Nothing. Let it play for a minute. This is new Guns N' Roses.
There's nothing I could see that would mean more to me than what you are to me.
Let it keep going.
Do we have to?
I want Slash. I want the guitarist to kick in. Let it.
What you are to me. On a stormy sea of implications.
How much more of this are you going to make me listen to?
Here's the caveat. The quote new tracks actually date back to the sessions for 2008's Chinese Democracy.
No kidding. So you're telling me that turd of a song wasn't good enough to make that turd of an album? Like, I love Guns N' Roses, right? Like,
that was a turd of an album, too.
Appetite for Destruction, one of the great albums of all time. Use Your Illusions were pretty good.
Yeah.
After that, all crap. All crap after that. Like, they had such a short window. So few good albums for being such an awesome band. No, I'm not okay with that. That's the crap they said wasn't good enough to make their crappiest album. So let that sink in. No. Now, here's the dilemma that I'm in. I've been trying to see a lot of these bands before they retire lately, right? So
yeah, you just went to
AC/DC down in Nashville. They still got it.
Paul McCartney. Guns N' Roses is coming and doing another United States tour. The closest they're coming to Indy, I think, is like Chicago or like a suburb of Chicago, some music venue. And I was asking my oldest, who likes that type of music, hey, man, do you want to go see Guns N' Roses with me one more time? And he loves Guns N' Roses. And he said, man, I've heard Axl. I don't think I want to go see them live because tickets are super expensive. I just don't know if I want to see Axl up there trying. You know what I'm saying? When you say super expensive, it's not even, that can't even come close to describing tickets to that level of shows, whether it's Guns N' Roses or AC/DC or Taylor Swift.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Nobody ever criticized Taylor for still not having it. Like all the reviews I read of AC/DC outside of a couple of numbnuts were like, hey man, the old dudes are still up there getting it. You know, Angus is doing the duck walk and they're killing it. I've heard nothing but bad stuff about both Motley Crue and Guns N' Roses. Both of them. Because Motley Crue was doing like a thing in Vegas, a residency. And I was like, well, screw it. I want to go. But then I watched Vince Neil on stage, and I was like, I better just go hit the casino. And I kind of feel like that about Axl Rose. Once he shaved off his eyebrows, I was done.
That was it?
That was it.
That was a deal breaker?
He shaved off his eyebrows. He braided his hair. He looked like a fat Bo Derek. And at that point, I was out. All right, coming up next, Kevin Bowen. He'll give us a little post-mortem on that Colts disaster.
Oh, boy.
Right now, let's break down, and Jake's got the news.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Some are in favor of redistricting, some aren't. Skies are clear during your sunset on Monument Circle. You've also got 29 degrees and lows tonight are in the lower 20s. I'm Jake McDaniel, and here's what's trending at 5:30. One woman from Lake County said she supports redistricting, and she spoke to the Senate at the State House today.
Other states shed their sense of fairness long ago. For decades, several states quietly gerrymandered congressional districts across the Northeast and in states like California and Illinois to marginalize voters that they disagree with across the country.
She says redrawing Indiana's congressional maps is the best thing to do to fight back. Senate Democrats and Republicans are clashing again over health care affordability after Majority Leader John Thune criticized Democrat plans. Minority Leader Chuck Schumer spoke today, hitting back at Republicans for not finding a solution.
Most Americans want to see these credits extended. Leader Thune blasts the ACA, but he has no plan when 55% of Trump voters, of MAGA voters, want to see the credits extended.
Democrats are pushing a plan to extend ACA tax credits for 3 years, saying it's the only way to lower rising costs now. Republicans argue that throwing money at Obamacare won't fix the real problems. Denny's is shutting down more restaurants nationwide. The diner chain closed 88 locations last year and has plans to close between 70 and 90 more. A prominent NBA player was in federal court today to face serious charges.
Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier pleaded not guilty to wire fraud and money laundering conspiracy charges on Monday. Rozier was released on a $3 million bond and was ordered not to gamble, have firearms, or have contact with victims, co-defendants, and witnesses in the case he is facing. Rozier was arrested in October and was accused of exploiting private information about players to win bets on NBA games. Prosecutors say the 10-year veteran informed bettors that he intended to leave a game against the Pelicans with an injury, which allowed gamblers to place bets that earned them tens of thousands of dollars.
Fox's Joe Morgan reporting. Indianapolis Colts head coach Shane Steichen said today quarterback Daniel Jones is out for the season after tearing his right Achilles when they lost to the Jaguars yesterday. Steichen says Jones will have surgery within a week and that he was one of the toughest guys he's been around. News time, 5:32. Your traffic now with Matt Bear.
North side eastbound 465 stops after Meridian past Allisonville Road. It's a 26-minute delay. Inbound 69 stop and go from 106th Street, 282nd. East side southbound 465 slow traffic from 7274. Crash west side. It's eastbound 70 approaching West Street. It's blocking the left lane stop and go traffic back to Belmont. Crash westbound 70 at Meridian. That's on the south end of downtown. It's blocking the right shoulder, slowing down to the south split. And on the south side, eastbound 465 slows from I-69 to I-65. Crash Broad Ripple Avenue and Keystone Avenue, and a crash on the west side 10th east of Girls School Road. Stay away from Rockville Road east of Country Club Road. Serious crash there. Traffic sponsored by Pierce Jewelers in Carmel. Express the heartwarming message that says love is about being together. Let a Pierce Jewelers diamond engagement ring be that symbol that says I love you. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
In the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
A mostly cloudy and cold Monday night is ahead with lows in the low 20s, and then we're back in the low 40s for Tuesday, which is near normal for this time of the year, thanks to a breezy wind that'll gust up to 20 to 25 miles per hour at times. Rain moves in by late Tuesday night ahead of our next weather system. Some showers continuing through Wednesday morning, and highs on Wednesday will be in the early morning hours in the low 40s. Winds will gust to 30 to 35 miles per hour at times, and then a switch over to some snow showers by late morning, early afternoon Wednesday. I'm Wish TV, Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna from 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jake McDaniel, on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
The Hammer and Nigel Show. My name is Nigel. That's Jason Hammer over there. We're going straight to the hotline and bring on Kevin Bowen from our sister sports talk station, 107.5 The Fan. Final score 36-19 down in Jacksonville. Obviously, to say that Jacksonville still has our number is quite the understatement, KB. What did you see yesterday?
Yeah, boy, they I would call it a hex or a curse maybe that they have over the Colts. Yeah, it's not just 11 straight years now that the Colts have been unable to win in Jacksonville. Just obviously the Daniel Jones injury, and really before that injury was starting to trend. Like, okay, I've seen this song and dance before. In Jacksonville, you had Jones throw a pick on the first play of the game. You're down, I think, 14-7 when he got hurt. So it was kind of trending in that direction. Yeah, so obviously for the short term, it's decimating to your AFC South hopes. Your playoff hopes take a big hit. And then long term with Jones' injury, it's crippling.
Not completely out of the playoff picture, though, right?
No, I mean, right now the odds would say, and factoring in Riley Leonard could be your starter for the final 4 games of the season, but, odds would have it right around a coin flip that you make the playoffs. You really need, like, the Eagles to win tonight. Basically, the Chargers and the Texans are the two teams that I think are teams that you need to lose, and obviously the Colts are going to have to do their own part. But remember, Nigel, it's one of the toughest schedules remaining. It's 10 wins Seattle on the road this week. It's 9 wins San Francisco the following week. And then you have Jacksonville, Houston again. And they could be playing for the AFC South title, and you could be, clinging to playoff hopes in week 17 and 18.
Go back to the Daniel Jones injury, because it seemed like, did he just trip and just fall on it wrong? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the wet field played into it.
I know that field sucks when it's wet.
Yeah, and I don't know if, his injured fibula is on the other leg. Did that give out in any way? And, who knows? Put on the medical hat is way above my pay grade. But clearly, his frustration told you the full story right away. And you just feel awful for the guy. Obviously, you don't want to see anyone get hurt. But, everything he went through in New York and, had been looking like a guy that was going to get another contract. What that looked like, I think, was still a bit debatable. And, with that injury, I mean, he loses millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Ouch. And then after he comes out of the game, his replacement, the backup quarterback, the kid from Notre Dame.
Yeah, Riley Leonard.
Just nothing there at all?
I mean, he's definitely more of a running quarterback. I thought they could have played to that a little bit more than they did. He's not ready to be, I think, a pocket passing quarterback.
He did score, right? He had a rushing touchdown.
Correct, yeah. He had a rushing touchdown. A few of the plays he created in the passing game I thought were kind of more through his legs, keeping plays alive. So that's what you'll try to lean on, I would assume. Again, can you utilize him and Jonathan Taylor a little bit more with a week of practice and kind of the run-pass option stuff? But still, I think anyone that watched him at Notre Dame or, even, I think the Colts realized that him as an NFL pocket operating quarterback, there's a long ways to go before he's that.
So, what's going to be the plan against Seattle next week? Like total game manager, give the ball to Jonathan Taylor every time, and keep it simple, stupid, I guess, as they would say. My bad.
You got to factor in one of the hardest places to play. Seattle's won 10 games. They have a great defense. So, that's just, a bunch of layers on top of, obviously, Riley Leonard getting his first start. But, yes, you need to hand it to Taylor a lot. Again, I think you can lean on Leonard's running ability. I get that, that might risk some injury, but, welcome to the reality of him playing quarterback. And then you have to have better from your defense, Nigel. That was an awful defensive performance on Sunday. Trevor Lawrence, the Jaguars quarterback, has not looked like that all year. It's a season high in points allowed by the Colts. Just a really poor defensive effort. We'll see if they get DeForest Buckner or Sauce Gardner back, but I thought just a really awful day on that side of the ball.
And any chance we see Anthony Richardson next week?
I don't expect it. I've gotten the vibe that his return is not imminent by any means. I think not only was it a football injury, I think it was a human injury. We're talking about vision and getting all the way back there, and I still think that is something that is a question. So he's doing some weight room work, and the Colts haven't officially ruled him out for the rest of the year, but I've gotten the vibe that his return is not something to expect.
Are the wheels starting to come off a little bit here? Are they jiggling? Are the bolts coming loose on the tires for the Colts?
Oh, certainly. Yeah, that's probably the best analogy to use. And honestly, Nige, not only in 2025, but what about next year?
Yeah.
We've seen this with Tyrese Halliburton, unfortunately. But, if Daniel Jones is out all of next year, okay, what does your quarterback position look like? You don't have 2 first-round picks. Remember, you traded those away.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You don't have it for 2026 or 2027.
And the guy they traded him away for is currently injured for several weeks.
Right. And then what do you do with your head coach and your GM? From a hiring standpoint, it's year 3 for Steichen. It's year 9 for Ballard. They weren't hired together, but a lot of NFL teams operate as your GM and your head coach should be tied at the hip. They either, go as one or come as one. Well, okay, if you evaluated each of them individually, the Ballard resume does not have a lot of substance on it at all. The Steichen resume doesn't have much either. I don't think he's been as bad at his job as Ballard if I had to individually evaluate them. But that's the question for Carly Ursay-Gordon. So, not only did your 2025 hopes take a hit, with that injury, but, you just can't ignore the long term. And I think a lot of questions that you didn't even need to entertain before yesterday are now back on the table.
Yeah, my throat is currently in my stomach with the way you put that right there. Looking forward to 2026 as well. Kevin Bowen from 107.5 The Fan. Just one more thing in general. It seems like not only the fans, there was something about this team at the beginning of the season that everybody was talking about, everybody was excited about. And now it's just, is this just life in the NFL? It's done a complete 180 for this team.
Yeah, I've always said this. The 17-week grind of an NFL season is an absolute grind. Surviving 17 weeks is not an easy task. Yeah. There are a lot of different iterations of the season. And, the Colts obviously had played great football through the first 2 months. Now, the injury bug was, I think, on their side for the most part early in the season. And then also the schedule was very favorable to them early in the year. Remember, it's been backloaded here, and the AFC South games were kind of waiting here. And you had 2 massive games these last 2 weeks with Houston and Jacksonville. And if you could have gotten a split, I think you would still be in the mix. But, losing both of them is just, like you said, the bolts of the wheels are kind of coming off right now, and it's a bumpy road as well.
Well, let's spend the rest of our time talking about some good news. The Hoosiers in the Rose Bowl, number 1. You got a first-round bye. How do you think they played against Ohio State on Saturday night?
I was just so impressed by their defense. Just incredible job they did in that game. Ohio State, the only touchdown they scored was off of that short field, off of the interception. So I would start there with their defense. And then, obviously, when Fernando Mendoza needed to make some big throws, he found Elijah Surratt for that touchdown. Charlie Becker, number 80, has really come on big here late in the season with some injuries at wideout. They lost Omar Cooper Jr. from Lawrence North early in that game. I think he's a really good player. And Becker made some huge plays in the second half. without him in the lineup. So that's where I would start first, though, Nye. I know Mendoza's likely going to win the Heisman Trophy coming up on Saturday night, but for me, it's that IU defense, especially up front. Their defensive line, Fernando Mendoza was pretty highly sought after in the transfer portal.
Yeah.
The IU defense is not a very highly sought after group by any means, and yet they played at a championship level all season long. They did to Oregon earlier in the year, and when Mendoza has had some struggles, with some fourth quarter interceptions, Oregon, Iowa, Indiana's defense played so well in those games, they were able, to kind of stay in it and have chances to win. So I would start there. The thing that's been most impressive to me.
And the chances of IU winning the whole damn thing, what do you give it?
That's a good question. I mean, I think they definitely have a legit shot. If you look at the pathway, Alabama or Oklahoma would be their first game. Neither of those teams have been very impressive. I think a lot of people question Alabama even being in the field. I think from a betting standpoint, Hammer can check me on this, but I think it's Ohio State maybe as the slight favorite, and I think Indiana's really close to next on the list. But, the good news is you have teams like Georgia and Ohio State both on the other side of the bracket. So you only have to beat one of them to win it all. And, Saturday night I think sent a lot. I mean, it's going to be tough to win 3 games, obviously, against, 3 somewhat quality opponents all neutral fields. But still, I mean, to do that to Ohio State, and I can hear Ohio State fans, they would counter and say, well, emotional hangover. We beat Michigan the week prior. That's the game that matters more to us. But still, for Indiana to do that for 60 minutes, again, especially on the defensive side of the ball, was championship level. And that's why I do think, I don't know, before Saturday night, if I thought a true run was, realistically possible, and now I think it definitely is.
One more thing before we let you go. The Indiana Pacers, obviously injury riddled. Are they getting any better whatsoever? And what's it like talking to Coach Carlisle every Tuesday, knowing that he has an uphill battle ahead of him?
Yeah, I mean, they got the first road win on Friday, which is kind of wild.
Yeah.
To be, over a month into the season, your first road win. Though Sacramento tonight, and they will have a lot of practice time these next 2 weeks. The season kind of turned around last year in a similar fashion, but that was Andrew Nemhard and Aaron Neesmith battling injuries. This year, Neesmith is also out, should be back here in a few weeks, but still, it is a steep climb to get back into that playoff consideration. They've played better over the last couple of weeks, but you really, really have got to flip it. So we'll see. It's kind of teetering a little bit here. Unlike the Colts, the Pacers do have their draft pick for next year. So there are a lot of fans out there that just want to see them get the best draft pick possible and, add to when Tyrese Halliburton gets back. Whereas the Colts, cheering for losses to try and improve the draft pick does really hurt.
Jeez, man. Kevin Bowen, 107.5 The Fan. I know you have Pacers coach Rick Carlisle on your show tomorrow. Thanks for calling in, man. Have a great week. It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
At Advent, we help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine by getting your nose and throat working with our unique Advent approach that you won't find elsewhere.
Picture this. Your career ends, your paycheck stops. Suddenly you're conducting your retirement with no sheet music. Don't let that happen. I'm Jason Hutchins, and after years of guiding Hoosier families through retirement planning, I put together some of the most important lessons into one simple, easy-to-read book, Orchestrate Your Retirement, a guide to composing a financially tuned plan. Get a copy mailed to you at no cost. Call 317-660-0929. That's 317-660-0929. This book is packed with real-world stories and strategies on income, Social Security, taxes, and how to protect what you've worked so hard to build. Call Guardian Willis Financial at 317-660-0929. That's 660-0929 and ask for your copy. No pressure, no strings attached. Supplies are limited, so when they're gone, they're gone. Orchestrate your retirement. The rhythm of your future starts here.
Investment advisory services offered through Creative One Wealth LLC, a registered investment advisor. Guardian Wealth Financial is not affiliated with Creative One Wealth or with any government agency. Licensed insurance professionals.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Hammer and Nigel to 46220. That's Hammer and Nigel to 46220. Or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse in Brownsburg, some of the finest and most unique pieces of jewelry you will find in central Indy. I am telling you, I have been there. My wife is going to pick out something nice. You know what's cool about PA Jewelers is it's sale prices every single day. It's like, why mark it up just to mark it down a few times a year? You know what I'm saying? Like those big national chains do. Muddy work boots, always welcome. If you're up against it, you're running behind, you're Christmas shopping on a budget, you're going to PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse in Brownsburg, 3750 South Green Street. Tell them Nigel sent you.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Stuck in a job that just isn't getting it done? Maybe it's time to go for IT. Whether you're just starting out, switching careers, or a military veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you launch a rewarding career in IT in months. No prior experience needed. Why spend years getting a traditional degree when your future in IT can start right now? Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Your most powerful upgrade? Your career. Go for it. Go for IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find so many holiday essentials all for under $25. Don't wait. Find a location at macysbackstage.com.
Looking for the hottest trends in jewelry this year? Come to Pierce Jewelers and see their Love to Love collection in lab-grown diamond jewelry. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
Strike up some fun with Hammer and Nigel. Their annual bowling event, Red, White, and Bowl, hits Woodland Bowl Friday, January 16th. Meet the hosts, bowl for charity, and enjoy a great night presented by Jack Daniels. Details at WIBC.com.
Matt Bear has a look at the roads.
All right, Hammer north side, eastbound 465, jammed up after Meridian over 269 Benford for a 36-minute delay. Crash northeast side, Benford Boulevard is 71st. Crash Broad Ripple Avenue and Keystone Avenue. Inbound 65 slows from 21st to Meridian, then southbound 6570 jammed. North split to the south split because of construction. East side southbound 465 slow from Washington to Arlington Avenue. Those eastbound lanes are tight before and after 65. Crash west side 10th east of Girls School Road. Traffic sponsored by Pierce Jewelers in Carmel. Express the heartwarming message that says love is about being together. Let a Pierce Jewelers diamond engagement ring be that symbol that says I love you. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
28 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center at 93 WIBC.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, an entire hour of the Hammer and Nigel show coming up after 6 o'clock. Saw this poll of like 1,000 people. Hammer, how many of these December things will you do this month? They call them December things. Number one, holiday music.
That's kind of a given, right? Well, we're in this building where B105, our sister station, has been playing Christmas music since like St. Patrick's Day, it feels like. But at home, like the coupon lady, she plays that old Christmas music.
I love the old classics from the 50s.
Bing Crosby and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's hard to avoid. But 75% of us will intentionally put some on this month. Another 8% said maybe, 16% say they will do everything they can to avoid the Christmas music. So, what a bunch of Grinches.
You know what, though? It gets a little old after a while. And some of those Christmas songs are just downers and they're slow. I get it.
All right. Many of these December, what will you do with these things in December? Exchange presents with someone.
Well, yeah, that's a gift.
Watch a holiday movie on purpose because it's a holiday movie.
Nigel, I've watched like 10 already because Crystal is a lunatic. Like, she makes us sit down as a family like our kids are 6 years old still, like they're grown-ass, adults, and, it just wears me out, man.
All right. I got one for you here. Wear holiday pajamas as a family, matching.
So I'm not a pajamas guy, but she'll buy like a matching shirt. We have to don the gay apparel.
I'm not talking to bed. I'm just saying wake up on Christmas Day and you're all dressed alike in Christmas PJs because that's what we do in our family, including the dog this year.
Oh, you dressed the dog up?
In the same outfit that we have.
You win. You're the worst. Like, I thought Crystal was like over the top on Christmas.
No.
We're not dressing up the dog in matching pajamas.
No, the puppy's got matching PJs this year.
Oh, man.
And then finally, donate to charity.
Well, we're going to be doing quite a bit of that this Friday.
Absolutely.
The WIBC Radiothon for the Salvation Army. Put some money in our virtual kettle.
Yes.
We're trying to beat Rob Kendall.
Come on.
You can't let that weasel win. So please go to WIBC.com, donate to the Hammer and Nigel show, and we got another hour to go. Let's have some fun. Come on back.
Guys, you've heard of TRT, but you have no idea what testosterone could do for you. Once you start treatment, you're going to wish you'd come and done it sooner. Now you can take the TRT test for free at Synergen X and Low T Center locations. If you walk in before 10 a.m., you can just do it right there, or you can book ahead at fixmylowt.com and start feeling better immediately.
Guys, get in now for that free TRT test. It's free. No appointment necessary if you book before 10 a.m. Or if you want to customize a time, visit fixmylowt.com. Fixmylowt.com. You're going to wish you did this sooner. You are going to feel better. They customize a plan specifically for you. And right now, get a free TRT test. Don't wait until the new year to feel better. Start right now. Fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com. Synergen X and the Low T Center making you feel better, guys.
BMW, Mercedes-Benz, VW, Audi, Mini, Porsche. Names that mean quality, performance,
and usually a dreadful service experience.